Good evening, everyone. This is Barça Live. Barça against Mallorca tonight. Football has returned. Sitting in the studio here with me is Mae Rostro. Mae, we've been looking forward to this for 3 months now.
Come on, Robert. I think it was so long for everyone. So I'm super happy to be here again with you. And obviously, watching Barça again. La Liga is back. Barça is back. So what else? What else can you ask?
We've got Georgina Legier at the stadium, so let's go and talk to her. Georgina, you're at the Visit Mallorca Stadium.
Yes, here I am, Robert. Very, very exciting news to be back here. Hello to you and hello to Mai too. Well, this is match day 28 of La Liga. It has taken us 3 very, very long months to be back here, but finally, yeah, almost 100 days later, here we are. This is the Visit Mallorca Stadi. It has recently been renamed, and we'll be talking about that very, very, very soon. But yeah, as I was saying, this has been 3 very long months and very hard months for everyone. We wanted to take a minute to send out our thoughts and prayers to everyone who has lost a family member or a friend during these very hard times for everyone. As I was saying, the players will keep a minute of silence right before kickoff. But anyway, we really felt that it was necessary to say that before we move on. Because yeah, football is back, and that is excellent news for everyone. Because this means we're one big step closer into this new normality, or normality after all. Football is back. Let's cheer for that, and let's learn what are the 11 players that will start this game against Mallorca tonight. Here it goes. Today we're playing with Marc-André ter Stegen on the goal, with Sergio Roberto, Piqué, Araujo, and Jordi Alba on defense. Midfield will be for Frenkie de Jong, Arturo Vidal, and Sergio Busquets. Forward line for Griezmann, Messi, and Martin Braithwaite. As always, remember that we're streaming live on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, and that we are, guys, reading you live. I'm going to tune in right in a minute to YouTube and see what do you guys think of the lineup. So leave that on the live chat. We want to know, how do you feel? Where are you watching us from? What is your excitement level? And obviously, what do you think of this first lineup with Araujo getting well, he's going to start tonight after the decision of Quique Setién. You know, he has suffered a minor injury during these days of training, but yeah. So Araujo is going to join Piqué today on the defense, and we want to know, what do you guys think about that? It's been intense today. It's been a long day for us. We're still a bit more than 30 minutes away from kickoff, but the day has started very, very early for us. Today at 10:30 in the morning, all the team left from Ciutat Esportiva. We went to the airport, a lot of security measures. The temperature was taken there at the training facilities and at the airport. Right when we landed in Mallorca, very short flight, by the way. Mallorca is an island. It's pretty close to Barcelona, so it only took us like half an hour to get here. But anyway, yeah, a lot of security measures. Also, when we got to the hotel, social distance, like everywhere. And here in the stadium, a lot of them too. So let me explain. To start with, okay, behind me, as you see, our goalkeepers are already warming up, and behind them is the bench. There are like 2 benches. You're going to see like the original bench, the one with the red seats, and then if you look just a bit closer to the left, there's like an extra bench with these black seats. And I don't really know if you can appreciate this on camera, but there are some kind of stickers. I will show them in a minute to you. Green stickers mean you can actually take that seat, and that the players will be able to sit there. The red seats are for the staff, and the black seats are for the substitutes. And well, I am wearing the gloves, as you see, and all the players and staff will have to wear both gloves and a mask. Not our first coach, Quique Setién, will not be obliged to wear these gloves and mask. And as I was telling you, okay, let me show this to you. The sticker that I was talking about, okay, you see this one is blue, okay? This means we can actually sit here. So once the game starts, we will be sitting here. For example, me or Ignacy, who is my camera. We don't know where we will be watch the game from, but it will definitely be from one place with a sticker. Same for our players; they are green, and the benches are marked. I don't know you, Robert and Mai, if you're keeping, I'm imagining your social distance, but if you have marked these spots here at the Visit Mallorca Stadium, the security measures are like everywhere. I don't know how are you feeling about that in Barca studios?
Well, first of all, Georgina, let me just say it's a huge impact to see that empty stadium 30 minutes away from a game. Yes, we've got our own security measures with social distancing here or security distancing here with Mai Rostro.
Yes.
I introduced you briefly before, but Mai, football is back.
Football is back, Barca is back. It's like I'm completely happy now because sometimes I feel like I was busy working, but at the same time I was expecting for
looking
this,
forward
you know?
to it, looking forward to it.
Like I want to see Messi again, the team again, everything.
And we've got a special guest waiting here, and I'm sure he was waiting for football as well. Joining us is Barca legend Gaizka Mendieta. Gaizka, how are you doing? Thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure. Yeah, I'm doing very well, thank you. Like all of us, so happy that La Liga is back. The Barca is playing today. It's a great game, and I'm sure we will enjoy it.
How much were you looking forward to football being back?
I don't know. Probably the players are the most that are missing it. But I think personally, so much because my life turns around football. Like for many people, I was doing a lot of work with La Liga mainly, a bit with Barca, traveling a lot. I've been home now for nearly 3 months.
Yes.
I think it's the longest I've been home for a very long time. But yeah, like I said, it's a challenge for everyone. It's great that football is back, not only because the sport we love is back, and I think our lives goes around football so much. We plan everything about football, or this match tonight. So you got friends at home, or you plan your day around whatever time your team is playing. But it also means that things are going back to normal in society, and I think it's also a very big news that finally we see the players on the field.
What do you think we can expect from tonight's game with no fans? It'll be different, definitely.
Well, it definitely is. I mean, all the security and protocol guidelines that we were describing earlier, empty stadiums. I mean, if we go for what we've seen so far from yesterday's game and today's games, from television, I mean, if you close your eyes, it's not that bad. You can see the background noise or the fans' noise. When you watch the games, they're quite intense. You wouldn't say these guys have been stopped for nearly 3 months and training at home. So I think in terms of the entertainment, the show, we're not going to miss, because I think we were worried about the fitness levels the players will be, but I think they've been very professional. Like I said, the games I've watched, which I've watched, I think all of them, the intensity is high, the tempo is high. Of course, you can see players a bit more tired, stretching. Yeah. They also have the 5 subs, so I think it helps managers to get that momentum going whenever they needed it. So in terms of a spectacle, I think we are up for a treat.
Yes, there'll definitely be lots of things to look at. The Barca players are just coming out to warm up. I just want to ask you a couple of last questions. Thoughts on Barca's lineup tonight? There was speculation of Luis Suarez maybe being in the lineup, but he'll be starting from the bench. Ronald Araujo getting a start today.
Yeah, I think for me at least, I think it's more of a surprise. Maybe Umtiti is not well enough to play after all this time stopped. He was struggling coming back. Lenglet was playing more regularly than him, and maybe Araujo is in better fitness levels than Umtiti. And yeah, Luis Suarez, I think we're all looking forward to see back on the pitch, but I think it's still too early. I think you have to be careful in the way the injury, the recovery. It's great to be back, but I think you have to be careful, and I'm sure we'll see him in the game. It's, like I said earlier, we have 5 subs, and managers can play up and think about the games in so many ways. Having maybe Ansu Fati was another option, or maybe Arturo Vidal up front and Rakitic in midfielder. But I think the lineup looks strong, and I'm sure we'll have a 90 minutes with plenty of options.
We definitely hope so. We definitely hope so, Gaizka. We're going to talk to you in post-game to analyse what's happened in Mallorca. Just one final question. What is your prediction for tonight? One score prediction.
I think it's not going to be easy, but I see Barca with the lineup, with the team, with the players stronger than Mallorca. I think Mallorca, it's a team that has been struggling, not so much at home, but the fact they haven't got the fans behind them, I think is a big down for themselves. And also the wings, I think they're going to struggle to defend Barca, also always offensive, either Jordi Alba or Sergi Roberto.
Okay, thank you very much, Gaizka. We'll talk to you at the end of the game.
Okay, excellent. See you later.
Well, Georgina, back to you at the Visit Mallorca Stadium. The players are warming up.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good to hear from Gaizka Mendieta. And it surprised me a lot when you actually said like the players started their warm up, because I am like so used to either hearing a lot of cheering or a lot of booing, depending on obviously the stadium you're in. When our players start their warm up, I didn't even realize that this is one of the consequences of actually playing behind closed doors. But yeah, as you see, the squad is already warming up. As you see, they are already wearing their third kits underneath the training kit. And I've got a special story on that. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't. In case you don't, here's what you need to know. It's more about these security measures that must be respected at any moment here because of La Liga, all these La Liga protocols. And it's the players will wear two different kits during the game, one for the first half of the match and one for the second one. They will change it during halftime, and every time that a player takes a kit off, it will go into disinfection. So like this is an extra safety measure. Beyond that, they also have like hand sanitizers inside the dressing rooms. They must apply some hand sanitizer every time that they go on the pitch. Like it's measures and measures. I had to write them down because there are like so many that you cannot even remember all them. But if we talk about like not only the security protocols, but also what have like the teams prepared for this game, or how are the players actually going to live this game like. For example, during the match, you can hear music now at the moment through the speakers. Well, during the game, they will play like historical chants. This is the decision that Mallorca has made, and to support the team and to make them feel like they're not this alone, because yeah, it's a bit sad, to be honest, to see the stadium this empty. They will play these historical chants, and they will be celebrating the goals. The goals will be also cheered here at the Visit Mallorca Stadium. So I also forgot to mention earlier that the players all had their temperature taken. Well, not only the players, we also got our temperature taken before we get in here. So yeah, this is a very, very safe space. It's I'm going to say it's impossible to get any coronavirus in here because the protocols are really very, very strict, and everyone is following them. You see that? In case it goes away at any point during the live show, I would just put some more on because we gotta respect all this social distancing and all this and all these protocols that are of utmost importance for everyone. Anyway, yeah, La Liga is back, not only Barça, and it's the moment for us to take a minute to see where we were before this sports suspension and where we are right now. If we take the standings, well, Barça is at the top. Despite we lost our top spot in El Clásico, losing to Real Madrid in Bernabeu, we bounced back to it. And the next game against Real Sociedad, when we won at Camp Nou 1-0, and Real Madrid lost at Benito Villamarín against Betis. That put us back to the top of the table, and we are now 2 points ahead of Real Madrid. We've got 58 points, and Madrid's got 56, meaning if we win tonight, we'll go to sleep being 5 points ahead of Real Madrid, since they are playing tomorrow. Other fixtures relevant for this match day, well, I'm sure that a lot of you have seen images from the Sevilla Betis, the derby, the big opener for La Liga, the big game that brought the joy of football back to every one of us with that Sevilla winning. We saw earlier today Leganés losing, our next opponent, losing to Valladolid at home. And we'll have to wait until tomorrow to know what Real Madrid does in its game at home against Eibar. We're playing behind closed doors. Everyone's playing behind closed doors. How do you think, Maya and Robert, and I know you will be introducing us to someone else too, what do you guys think of playing behind closed doors and how it will affect our team and the home team too?
Well, I definitely think it's gonna have an impact playing with no fans. It takes away a little bit of tension. I heard an interview with a referee a month ago saying that not having the roar of the fans around him, all that sound surrounding him, would probably take away a little bit of attention, and it's easier for you to make mistakes. I imagine that's the case with the players as well, but I also imagine that they're going to put in a lot of extra concentration, and they're eager to play as well. I mean, they haven't played for 3 months. It's not been an ideal situation for anyone, so I'm sure they're eager to play, and there'll be a little bit of extra motivation in this game.
I think the fans are the key on the stadium, not just because you're playing at home. They mean so much for you, for your team, the support, everything. But at the same time, I think what you're saying, like you're extra focused on the game, not the cheering, not the people around. And at the same time, like you're at your place, at your pitch, and you know everything.
Yeah, I mean, there is a point to what you're saying that with no fans, the home or away difference is reduced. But anyway, I'm sure everyone is extra motivated. And I know someone who is extra motivated, definitely, for this game. And that is Sarah Salapor, who cannot be in the studio here with us. But she is joining us from her home in Belgium right now. She's with her family in Belgium. So, Sarah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, and you are completely correct. I am extra motivated for this match. I just feel like our lives have not been normal without Barca, and we're finally returning to normality, and I'm so excited. And I'd love to see you and Mai both sitting on the couches at the Barca studio, so I'm very excited for tonight.
Yeah, it's 2 of us today instead of 4 as usual, but we're motivated. To judge by your Twitter feed, you're extra motivated as well, Sarah. Let us know what you'll be doing throughout Match Center today.
Yes, so I will be taking part of controlling everything that goes online. So send in your tweets using the hashtag #OnlyForCouleurs, and I'll be sharing some of them. I have already some tweets prepared to just show you guys how pumped and excited and hyped these fans are, the Couleurs are, for this game. So it's not just us. All the Couleurs feel the exact same way, and they're very, very excited for this game and just for La Liga to return.
Well, we'll take a look at those tweets during the game. Sarah, give me your prediction.
I'm going to go with a 3-1. I think there's going to be goals. Honestly, Mallorca, we can't, like, they are like, I would say because we won 5-2 at home, that doesn't mean it's going to be an easy game. And I know they don't have their fans there and their crowd, but let's not forget that Mallorca beat Real Madrid and Valencia at Son Moix. So it's a dangerous side, but I'm going to go with 3-1.
You're going with 3-1. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see at the end of the game. Sarah, we'll talk to you later.
All right. Enjoy, guys.
You too.
Mai, your prediction.
Mine, it's 4-1.
4-1 to Barca. Okay, so we've got 3-1 for Sarah, 4-1 to you. And obviously, I'm going to continue to go with clean sheets. And my score prediction is 3-0 to Barca. Georgina, what is your score prediction?
My prediction is 0-2 for Barca. I think we're winning. I'm a bit more conservative than Mai and Sarah. Well, and you, Robert, too. But I'm going to go with a victory. We're taking the 3 points back home today, and we're going to, hopefully, going to slip 5 points ahead of Real Madrid. It was good to see Sarah in Belgium following the game. Very excited for Barca and football being back. And we know that you guys are all over the world really excited about the same thing. So we want to know how you guys are following this. You heard Sarah. She's going to be following the hashtag #OnlyForCouleurs and Couleurs on Twitter. We also have a hashtag. It's very nice. The moment you tweet Couleurs or #OnlyForCouleurs, and it's written with an R because in Catalan you spell it Couleurs, but there's an R there, a mute R. When you tweet that, there's a hashtag with the Barca flag that will display right at the side of the name, and that's one thing that you can do to support the team. Another thing you can do is share with us on Instagram how are you following the game and tagging us FC Barcelona. You can tag Mallorca, so we have plenty of Instagram stories from all over the world tagging Mallorca and making the Culé presence here in the Visit Mallorca study, and we'll repost our favorites. So keep sending them to us, keep tagging us. We're really excited to share this with you. So keep going. And obviously, I want to know your predictions. So I'm going to take the live chat here with me for a second and see what do you guys think. Give me your predictions. I know there's some delay from the moment where I ask you the question and you actually have the chance to reply. But I'm getting some first ones. Minter is saying 1-3. Lam is saying 2-8. Well, that's like a lot of goals, but it has happened before. I remember last season's Barca 8, think it was Huesca too at Camp Nou. Skylar James is going to say 3-1, the same prediction as Sarah. Football Girl is saying 0-2 to Barça. So yeah, mostly a lot of optimism. Remember that you can also go to the Barça app. We've got the Guess the Score challenge there, and you can do the same thing as here. You give your prediction, but you can win a lot of prizes. Omar Amar, 0-4. Jackson Pereira, 3-0. 0-4 for Ross Pratt. Anyway, people are overly excited.
Just a quick recap.
Yes.
Lots of optimism here in our predictions. But Sarah's got 3-1. Mai's got 4-1, I've got 3-0, and you've got 2-0, yes? Just so that I remember for the post-game, see who gets it quick.
Oh, there
See
you
who
go.
gets it right. That's it, we've got it on screen now. Okay, we've got confirmation, so go on, Georgina.
Okay, I couldn't guys hear you because I got like mixed noise and what you were saying. Okay, there you go with our predictions on screen. And there are like so many. You are like a lot of you on YouTube. Keep telling your friends. And remember, it's not only today, but we will be covering all Barça games remaining from now until the end of La Liga. It doesn't matter where we're playing. We'll be there bringing you the latest on our players. And with the latest, let's talk about the new rules that La Liga has applied for the games. After this break and this sport suspension, it was a bit of a challenge to get the physical form back, to get fit again. And this is why La Liga will allow up to 5 substitutions during games. I'm going to ask you what do you guys think of it. If you like it, you leave a 1 in the live chat. If you don't like it and you don't agree with this decision of La Liga, you can leave a 2 in the live chat. I personally like this decision because it will allow us to rotate more with our squad, and we've got a large squad. We've got 6 players from the reserve team that have traveled with us, so it's a good moment for us, and I think 5 substitutions can benefit us. We'll have to see anyways, but this doesn't mean that the game can be interrupted 5 times for Barça and 5 times for Mallorca. No, the teams will only have like 3 chances to do the substitutions, just like in a normal game. You can stop the game up to 3 times and do a maximum, well, up to 5 substitutions in the order that you obviously want. I'm going to ask you, Maya and Robert, what do you guys think of it? But in the live chat, I'm seeing more 1s than 2s, so that means more 1s. I swear to you, I've got it over here. Okay, I'm not lying to you. I've got here the live chat and all the stuff that I don't need anymore. This is not like the only rule that La Liga has applied for this game. There are some recommendations for the players. For example, they will need to avoid celebrating. We've seen that, for example, in La Bundesliga. We've seen it in La Liga. It's hard in the heat of the moment not to go and hug your teammate when you score a goal, but it is recommended to avoid it. Anyway, we'll see what happens. What is for sure is that there will be social distance in the benches as we have said before, and there is also social distance recommended when you talk to the referee. So that's the situation here, because referees are like this one person in the field, in a football field, or in any kind of sports, that have to hear what the players say, and they go there and screaming, and it's all in the heat of the moment. So you will have to keep your social distance with the referee this time. We'll see what happens. Anyway, Maya, Robert, thoughts on this 5 substitutions new rule for La Liga?
Well, I'm all for it. I'm all in favour of it. I mean, we've got more players in the squad as well. Instead of 18, it's 23, I believe. And I'm all for it. I've been saying for a long time, I think you should be able to use all of the players that you've got on your bench. Obviously, not all 23 now, but I think that if you put players in the squad, you should be able to use all of them. And taking it one step further, I would actually allow for players to come back on as well.
Again.
So imagine in a complicated game if Messi could take a 5-minute breather. Like they do in basketball,
like
they do in handball,
sports,
they do in all of other sports. Why does football not have that? So I'm all for the new rule with 5 substitutions.
I want to see that. It could be amazing. I think it's what they need to do right now. And I think right now doing this and having 11 games in just 1 month, it's risky to play the 90 minutes and just having 3 substitutions. So I think the right way to do is doing 5, and I think your option is good. You can talk to someone in La Liga, Robert.
I think I should try and send a letter with that idea. Georgina, what do you think?
No, as I told you, I think I'm like you, I'm all for it. I think it's a good decision here. And I also like the fact that they have thought on not like having to stop the game up to 10 times. I think that's an intelligent move, like keeping the maximum of 3, stopping the game times in these 90 minutes. And then we have seen a lot of extra times being added. Injury times being added. Like, for example, we saw yesterday 6 minutes. I mean, there has, it kind of auto-regulated itself. There will be more protocols, but I don't want to give you like a full lot of protocols and rules and stuff. So let's go to a lighter mood here, and we'll be playing a Never Have I Ever game, and it's going to be based on the sports break, the sports suspension, and I want you guys at home, obviously, to take part in this. So I'm going to ask a question, and you say if you have or you haven't done this. You reply with yes or no. For example, who has watched a Barça game during quarantine, an old Barça game? Have you
full match,
for example, for one of our live streams?
Yeah, I mean,
yes,
full match or most of it. I would say I have.
Yeah, most of it.
I have. I watched.
What have you watched?
It was the Iniestazo, which was actually a terrible game. It was actually a terrible game.
Ooh.
But I did want to relive that feeling of angst.
That moment. It's amazing.
I did relive it. Those final minutes in which you saw that Barca was struggling, and I mean,
yes.
it was epic when Iniesta scored.
I love that game. I mean, it was not our best, but just for the final euphoria at the end, it's just amazing. And by the way, people replying yes, Market Live, Roman Foster, Peter Jordanov. I hope that I pronounced that right. It's gaming. Everyone, yes. Most people have seen a game during this quarantine. Maya, have you? And which one?
Well, I haven't, but I must say that I watch a lot of highlights, and I for sure watch like from at least like 2 hours of Barça in 50 minutes. I'm more about reliving and not watching the full match.
No, it's a personal decision here. I like watching full games, and my favorite one, since we're talking about it, is the 6-1 against PSG. I swear to you, it's one of my favorite games ever.
Oh, I caught that one late. I watched like when I caught it in the second half. I did watch it until the end, but I didn't see the first half.
That's
it is
great.
so enjoyable. I mean, how we scored at the beginning, and we kept scoring goals, and PSG scores, and we, all of the spirit that we felt at that moment, and then the final minutes. I mean, it's just a perfect thriller for a Friday night or a Saturday date or whatever.
Regina, we've got the huddle right behind you.
They don't want to watch PSG. Okay, new normality. You will have to tell me now every time that something goes on, because I won't be
yes, because you can't hear it. No one's reacting to it.
Well, maybe I can. Bye, guys. Oh, yeah, I can't hear it. And there's also something very curious here, is that I feel like I scream a lot. Okay, I have the tendency to speak like very loud. I'm not like Sarah. That's good evening, culés. Good evening, and with her soft voice. No, I'm more like yeah, stop happening. And I feel like I scream a lot, and now the players can hear me. At the beginning, when we were doing the sound check, I was like singing the songs that they were playing in the stadium.
It's just like be quiet, Georgina, right?
Yeah, it's so hard for me, but I have to keep thinking of it. I want to keep doing Never Have I Ever until we have the time, but before that, let me just refresh the lineup for you. I have it somewhere over there. But yeah, we're playing with, I'm going to say it by heart because I've lost track of all the papers that I have around here. Okay, today we're playing with Ter Stegen on the goal, with Sergio Roberto, Piqué, Araujo, and Alba on defense. We've got on the midfield Sergio Busquets, Artur Vidal, and Frankie de Jong, and forward line for Griezmann, Messi, and Martin Braithwaite. This is our lineup. Keep rating it. Rate it from 0 to 10. What do you think of it? What do you think of the 11 players that Quique Setién has chosen for this game? I really want to know it, and I want to ask Marc Brau, who will be joining me in just a few minutes, because he's right there. Okay, I don't know if you. Oh, he's coming running. Do you see him? He's there. Marc. Do you see me? You're on camera. No, he doesn't realize. Yeah, he's okay. He's there. He's coming here. He's going to give us a few stats on the game. But as I was saying, I want to go really quickly over the kickoff protocols because we won't see like a normal, it won't be like a normal game with the players going on the pitch. It's not going to be this way. One team will go onto the pitch before the other. It's in this case, well, the referee has the final call, but it's most likely to be first the local team and then the away team. So in this case, Barça. There will be no handshakes. There will be social distance while the referee takes the initial draw to choose the pitch and who takes the first serve. And finally, and I personally feel like it's a bit sad, there won't be like the team picture at the beginning of the game. It's not going to happen, and I felt like this is a very historical moment, you know, and we feel very privileged to be able to be here and give you all the latest from this stadium. And yeah, not having like the picture of the team, well, it's a bit sad. But anyway, with this and the music, I don't want to get like too nostalgic. I've got Mark Brock here with me. Mark, hello, how are you? We need to keep our distance. How do we?
You like it?
I love social distancing. Yeah, I hate contact in general. So with humans, not with dogs. I love dogs. Mark, well, how are you? How did your show
I'm fine.
go?
I think that you have to comment that the same, but it's like a little bit strange to be here. Now we have the music. It's a little bit louder than before, but it's a little bit strange because we can count every person are here in the stadium. There are only 200 people here.
Yeah,
200 people.
230.
Yeah, we feel very
people.
strange. It's good to be there. 3 months ago, we have the last game. Then my stat has a relation with that.
Okay, go ahead and give it to us.
But I want to ask you, and I want you to have the
Okay.
right question, the right
Okay,
answer.
shut it to me.
How many days have passed since the last game?
Okay, so at the beginning I said almost 100. It's 3 months. Today is 13th of June.
10, 9,
13 of
7,
96.
4. Closer.
98?
Yeah, that's
98,
fine.
98 days. 98
Yeah,
days.
that's right. That's right. 98 days since the last game.
Whoa.
It was 7th March against Real Sociedad in Camp
Yes,
Nou.
we won.
Yeah, it
The
was,
game that put us back to the top of the table after Madrid losing to Betis at
Yeah.
the Benito Villamarín.
1-0 was the score with a Messi goal, a penalty goal. But
Yes.
that's the last game for
At
Barca.
Camp Nou. The last
Camp
time that
Nou.
we had you on the show. It's really good to have you back.
Yeah, it's a pleasure for me also.
No. We're getting all nostalgic with the music. I've been asking the guys at the match center and people at home, how do you think, like, playing behind closed doors and all the safety measures and everything, how the new normality will affect the players, not only for Barca but every football team? You have lived it in your own blood, like traveling and
Yeah.
all the stress. How will that affect?
But
the team?
I'll take some words from Damià, former Barca player that we had in Catalan show.
Which one? Because we had Gaizka Mendieta.
Okay. Damià Bella played in Barca since, no, it was in 2005. It was a Champions League title he won. And he said that something that I think is very real. Okay, for us, it's a little bit strange to be here, no one in the stadium, but for the player, while they are playing in the field, usually they don't look to the people. Usually they prefer to stay focused on the game. Damià said, I think that it could be fine that the worst thing is to listen to your coach, because usually when you have people in the stadium, you never listen to the coach, and
now they have to.
you cannot say, I don't listen to you.
No, this is one of the things that we'll be noting the most during the game for sure. And yeah, actually we're not leaving. Well, this is the warm up. We're almost out of time. But after that, remember, the show continues on Barça TV Plus with the Match Center. Robert will be giving you all the latest commentary, and you will have I will be also entering the show and explaining the latest from here. Well, there won't be any kind of reactions. It feels so weird. I mean,
Silence.
there's okay, yeah.
Can you feel it?
I get the goosebumps.
5 minutes to go.
I get
5 minutes to go.
Okay, but
Oh.
here the speaker is going to try and interrupt like the 200 people that are here. It's really weird.
Really weird.
It's really special too. But for
But
me,
we're here for winning.
we're here to win, and we are here to be closer to normality and having and getting back there. Anyway, Robert, we're going to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
And from Son Moix, and talk soon. Go over to Barça TV Plus. Bye, guys.
See you soon.
Bye, Georgina. Georgina, Mark.
Bye, Georgina, Mark. Enjoy the game. A game with no fans, but it's 5 minutes away. Mai, how excited are you?
A lot. Like, I can handle myself right now. I'm super excited to be here again, to see Barca again, and to, see what we're going to watch right now.
Well, we're going to go right to the other side of the world right now, because we've got Jordi Hedman Eraso, from the Peña Blaugrana, New York. I can see him on screen now.
Hello.
Jordi, how are you doing?
Good, excited. It's about time. We need to go back to football. We've been through a lot here in New York, just like in Spain, and so finally we get something that brings us happiness.
Let me know how you're going to be following this game at the Peña Blaugrana in New York.
We our Peña, the bar where we gather, is not open because legally it's not allowed here in New York City yet. So what we're doing is a Zoom party while we watch the game individually from different spots around the city. We'll all be connected by Zoom, and we'll be celebrating through the computer screens.
Wow, that is amazing. It's a show of commitment as well, of Barca following, of Barca fandom.
Barca is Barca, and I've been saying for a very long time that often followers of Barca away from Catalonia are actually sometimes even crazier. Look at me.
Yeah.
Look at how I'm dressed. I'm ready to go. I'm excited.
Valentina, the polo with the Peña Blaugrana. Anyway, we're minutes away from the game, so we'll talk to you later on after the game to see how it's gone, see how the experience has been. Just give me your prediction, your score prediction.
1-3.
1-3. Okay, all right. Did we have that one? I don't think. Oh, Sarah Salapur
yes,
had that
Sarah
one.
Salapur,
Sarah
yes.
Salapur had that one. Anyway, Jordi, thanks for talking to us, and as we say, we'll talk to you after the game.
Vinga, visca el Barça.
Visca el Barça, Jordi. Anyway, great to hear from fans all around the world.
I love it, and I love his quote. Barca is Barca. It's
Barca,
like,
Barca. Yeah.
that's it.
I mean, so many fans around the globe must be waiting for this moment. They've missed their football. They've missed Barca. Let's go into the game a little bit. I've picked 3 conversation topics, 3 points of analysis to try and see what we can expect from this game. The first is the lack of competitive rhythm. Obviously, we hear this from players all the time, that you don't really gain the rhythm you need until you've played a few games, as the players are jumping onto the field right now. You can train and practice, but you never really gain that fitness that you need until you've played in games in succession. So I think that we'll see that during the game, and that the game will go quiet at some point, and that's when quality kicks in. And the team with the most quality, the team with the players that can make the difference, is the one that can come out as a winner in isolated situations. So let's see if Barca can make the most of that. The second point is Setien's tactical work. We've heard, or we knew, that when he came in, he went straight into competition mode. He went straight into games with no time, with no pre-season to actually get through to his players what he wanted on the field. We've seen evolution. We've seen how the team brings out the ball in a different way, but they need practice. They need repetition. And I think that this break will have been good for them. They've had a month of training, first in solitary, then in small groups, then as the whole team. And I think that will have been good for Setien in that sense. And the third and final point of analysis would be opportunities at the set piece. I just read that Mallorca are the team that concede the most goals at the set piece. 17 of their 44 goals conceded have come at the set piece, 6 of them from corners. Barca, if the game goes quiet, might have to resort to that. It's an option.
It's an option for sure, and I think about what you're saying, Robert, that actually you don't know, right? If it could be something good for you or something bad, because at the same time you have a long break that you missed that. It was a huge break, more even than the summer. I don't know if you want to take the minute to as the players, or...
Well, I mean, I think we should let the fans know that there is a minute of silence at the stadium in memory, in respect of all those who have passed away due to this terrible disease, and all of those who have suffered the effects of it.
Suffering.
So yes, there is a moment of silence. So if we can have the music from the stadium, I think that will be all right. And of course, a shout out to all of the families who've suffered, either with relatives or people who've suffered it in person, and all the support in the world to those who've recovered as well. I mean,
They're still struggling
for lots,
with
it's
this.
been a long road, and some are still struggling with it. So all of our support.
Yes.
Having football back might help with the morale boosts, and yes, I mean, the game is just about to start. Barca playing in the third kit. They'll be attacking towards the right of our screens. Mallorca towards the left. The game is underway. Barca have the first possession. Let's just go quickly through the lineup once again. We have Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal, Sergi Roberto, Piqué, Araujo and Jordi Alba at the back, Sergio Busquets, Frenkie de Jong and Arturo Vidal in midfield, Braithwaite, Messi and Antoine Griezmann up front. We can see Lionel Messi starting from the right. It's Griezmann in the middle and Braithwaite on the left. Mai,
Exactly.
thoughts on this lineup?
I really like the starting lineup. I think it was the one to try today. I actually I imagine this a little bit because actually Setien on Saturday during the training session at Camp Nou put Araujo next to Piqué as a central back.
Yeah.
So I imagine like he was trying, and we know like Umtiti was not 100% fit, like he's there, but probably he's doubting a bit about his condition. So I'm really glad to see Araujo next to Piqué. Braithwaite again, because for us it's completely new in some way.
Oh, here comes a cross inside
Whoa,
the header. Is a goal!
Whoa!
Barca have scored early on.
I don't know what to do
This
now.
is our new celebration here.
Whoa!
Arturo Vidal has scored the header.
What?
First minute of the game. Barca have taken the lead.
Okay. It's like we're starting well now.
We were just getting going.
It's like I was just talking 1 minute, Arturo.
There is Arturo Vidal scoring the header. Vicente Moreno obviously not happy with his players.
No.
Let's see the replay. Braithwaite from the left. Passes back to De Jong. De Jong has to slide to the floor to recover the ball. He plays the ball out wide to Jordi Alba. Alba with the cross coming in from the left, and Arturo Vidal makes the run in from behind, coming in close to the penalty spot, heads it in. It's Mallorca 0, Barca 1, Mai.
Hello, what a welcome, right? It's completely different. I was not expecting a goal that soon, but I'm super happy. And my 1-4, I'm gonna keep my prediction, 1-4. I'm looking for goals. These guys are hungry, you know?
Yeah. I mean, what a way to start. Sarah Salapur, can you hear me?
Sarah.
Oh, wait a minute. We might not have Sarah at the moment, but we have another attacking move by Barca. Sorry, I can hear you in the background, Sarah, but right now Barca are attacking. So I'm just going to have to hold you for a minute. Things seem to be moving very quickly in this game. Here's Arturo Vidal on the edge of the box. Mallorca trying to clear. Griezmann recovers. Here's Arturo Vidal with a cross inside. Mallorca headed away. Barca are going all in at the start of this game. Sarah, now I can hear you.
Hi, guys. I wasn't able to see the goal. Who scored?
Arturo Vidal.
Arturito.
Because what I'm watching is like there's a delay. But
Okay.
What a great start to the game. 1-0 already, 2 minutes in. And this is amazing. I mean, this is exactly the start we wanted. So I'm very, very happy. And I really like what you said, Robert, about your analysis, your 3 points. That set the end about his tactical work. It really was. This 3 months really were like a blessing in disguise. First at the end, he had so much time to figure out what he wanted to do with the squad and the team. So I agree a lot on that point. But I'm very, very, very excited.
Well, what a way to start, Sarah. I mean, I don't think, even the best script writers wouldn't have planned this.
Impossible.
No, it's incredible. Who would have thought, like 2 minutes in? You guys were I was watching you guys. And that's why I wasn't watching the game, I was watching you guys. And then all of a sudden, you guys get up and start celebrating. And Maya's like, what should I do? Should I elbow you? What should I do? But no, I'm very happy, and I think that this is going to give us a lot of momentum moving forward.
But not at the first minute of the game, you know? I was not expecting this.
We weren't ready.
No, I think it just shows how hungry the players are to go out, score, and win the competition. It's a great sign.
Amazing sign.
Amazing. Well, if you haven't seen the goal yet, Sarah, it's a Jordi Alba cross coming in from the left. Arturo Vidal makes the run in from behind, more or less from the penalty spot. He heads it in, and we've got our celebration on screen. There we go. Elbow, foot. There we go. Got it. Anyway, Sarah, we'll be talking to you in a little bit, see how the fans have reacted to that goal as well.
All right. Let's go.
Well, what a way to start, Mai.
Oh my God, I'm like warm right now. You know, it was a heat. It was like, what was the way to start the game? It was 1.5 minutes, and we have 1 goal.
Yeah. Amazing.
I was not expecting a goal that soon.
No.
But I must say, like, it's Arturo Vidal.
I mean, I've got far too much information here. I was trying to look and see Arturo Vidal. It's his 7th goal in the league, and I've got to ask the guys if we can switch back over to the game, because right now I'm seeing myself, and that's not much use if I've got to follow the game. Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah.
No problem.
No, that's fine. We're
Mallorca
back.
trying to put some pressure on Barça now. Sergio Roberto playing it Ronald Araujo, and I want to point out that Araujo had played this season. If the fans don't remember, we were talking about this before the game. Mai.
Just 1 match, 14 minutes. It was against Sevilla.
Yeah, and that was an unfortunate situation.
Yeah, a lot, because he was off the game because of the red card. It was not a good situation, but it was his unique game, let's say, unique match. But at the same time, I'm super happy to see him again. I think he could do a great job next to Piqué, what a mentor, you know, to have just next to you. And that could be a good choice for Setien, you know, to try someone from Barça B, give it the confidence in the first game.
Oh, Messi switches over to Jordi Alba. Interception there by Taki Kubo. Barça recover the ball. Here is Frenkie de Jong. I like what I'm seeing from Barça here. And regarding Ronald Araujo, I'm sure that this start will help just giving them a little bit more confidence, because if the team does well, it's easier to perform, I imagine.
Exactly. And I feel like if they're attacking that much...
Another loose ball inside the box. The shot goes wide. Martin Braithwaite with the opportunity. He wants a corner kick. The referee's not going to give it. So a second opportunity there for Barça. It was a cross coming in from the right by Sergi Roberto. Messi couldn't connect in the middle. The ball fell to Braithwaite, and let's see if there's a corner kick there.
Messi tried to do, you see, like a head goal, like, ooh, I would sign.
No, there's no contact with the Mallorca defender. It's a shot by Araujo.
Look who's
goes
there.
Wide. We've got Luis Suarez back on the bench. And
thanks, God.
There was speculation, Mai, that Suarez might start today.
I think Setien took the right decision, you know, because I think it's too risky after 6 months.
Five. Yeah. Well,
since January,
since
and
the
we're
beginning of
almost
January.
July.
9th of January was his last game against
Atletico Madrid in Supercopa. Yes, I think this is the best way to, you know, keeping him on the bench, wait a little, and actually, if things going well, like we're seeing, and they're attacking this much, and we're seeing Barca with this confidence, I think he's gonna have some minutes for sure in the second half. But I think it's risky to put in not even the 90 minutes that Setien said in the press conference. That you can watch the press conference now. You know where?
On Barca TV Plus.
That's amazing.
Barca TV Plus, and exclusive highlights as well in post-game. So please stay tuned. After the game, we'll be showing you exclusive highlights of the game, which is something that up until now we weren't able to do. So that's new. That's new.
And he said that in the press conference.
This is the new normality. This is the new normality. Anyway, I think we have Georgina from the stadium. Georgina, can you hear me?
Yes, here I am. Yes, here I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, Georgina. What a way to start.
I am allowed to take this off, actually. What a way to start. And just as we were saying during the warm-up, no reactions to the goals. We couldn't barely hear anything. I was just packing the things from the warm-up, and then there was the goal. But Ignacy had to tell me, "Oh, we just scored," and then I saw your celebration. And heard your commentary, and I read Arturo Vidal coming from pass, but otherwise I wouldn't have noticed, because here at the stadium you really need to be focused on what's going on the pitch, because if not, it's absolutely impossible to realize.
It is really that quiet.
It is absolutely quiet, but there is like the historical chant going on that I said during the warm-up show, and for me they're a bit of a turn-off, because it's really special, moving. I don't know what is the exact word for watching football, like you're in a cinema and you can talk, and this kind of takes me out of the situation, but it's Mallorca's decision, so we're just going to respect that. In any case, it didn't react to Barca's goals, it just played over to what it had to, and there was no reaction, so we really need to watch the game in order to realize what's going on.
Okay, well, Georgina, we'll be connecting with you throughout the game, with you letting us know what this new normality is like, because, I mean, it's definitely different for us as well, watching it. the fans do give it something extra, don't they?
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's a completely different experience. I think the closest thing to this is going to watch to a theater, but like not the movies, a live play, where you have the actors in front of you and they are playing their role. In this case, it's a sports show, and yeah, you need to be quiet. You cannot really talk to your.
Yeah,
your
show me what's around you, Georgina. Just seats,
so
just
around
empty
me,
seats, I imagine.
to show the bit. Yeah, that's Ignacy. That's the camera that we had during the warm up. He's just doing some voice notes at the moment. We have another of our teammates.
Oh, I might have to
there
drop because
with
Sergio
the
Roberto's
camera.
moved across inside the box and the ball goes wide. It's is it a corner kick or is it? No,
it
goal
would be
kick, I think.
really surreal the fact that I myself learned about another Barca goal through you guys. I mean, no offense, you are a great commentary, but I am here at the stadium, and it would be like really weird to learn of a Barca goal from you.
Okay, well,
but yeah, it's going to be.
We're going to hang on to the connection a minute, Georgina, because
yeah.
we have a corner kick.
Sure.
We have a corner kick.
Yes, we do have a corner kick. Now, it's really far away, but I think it's Messi going to take it, right?
Yes,
he is.
Messi there. Griezmann goes to the near post. There goes the header, loose ball inside the box. Mallorca are going to try and clear this away, even though Barca are putting pressure on them. And yes, a throw into Mallorca.
We were talking about this before with Juan and Ignacy and the Barca teammates, the crew that traveled here. There's like not much going on today. Yeah, if we win, we'll be at the top of the table, 5 points ahead of Madrid.
Yes.
In case Madrid wins, it's going to be 2. But yeah, there's like it's not a big deal. But imagine like last game of the league or something like that when there's
in this situation. I know.
I mean, I'm a fan. I'm just going to.
Oh, wait a minute. Here is a ball inside the box. Antoine Griezmann back to Messi. The shot by Messi goes over the crossbar. And it's another corner kick.
I don't want to spoil you.
No, but we're gonna hang on to the connection, Georgina, a minute, because if we, I want the experience of having you there if we get a goal.
No sound.
Yeah, no, of course, you can hang on to me. But do you want me to tell you if there's a goal, or should I?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to see who goes first. We'll have to see who goes first. Here is Lionel Messi.
No, I mean, I'm going to go first.
Okay. Messi with the cross. Mallorca clear, and they clear the ball away from danger. Georgina, we'll talk to you in a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Talk soon.
Talk soon, Georgina. Anyway, lots of action in these first 12 minutes, Maya.
Yes.
We've had, I'd say, 4 goal-scoring opportunities.
Yes.
One was the goal, then a shot for Braithwaite, a shot for Messi, which went wide, and then the other shot by Messi, which went over the crossbar.
Yes.
So, all in all, Barca have come out strong.
Strong, and you can see what I said at the beginning. I think they're hungry. You can see Messi, actually, when he passed the ball to Griezmann, he said, dame el balón, like, I want to do it. I think they're completely excited about this. The same, even more. I think more than us, because this is what they love to do. And you can see the players that are playing like in a good shape. Let's see the 90 minutes, because we still have a lot.
Yeah, no. This is going to be long.
Yeah, but I like the attitude.
And we have seen in other games that fatigue comes in as a factor, especially in the second half, and that's when the coach has to decide how many substitutions he's going to make. He's going to let's remind the fans they can make up to 5 substitutions now. So we'll see if that has an impact in the second half. But so far, regarding the start of the game, couldn't be better.
Yeah, completely. I'm agree with you. I think this break was a long break, not even holidays or summer is that long. But I think that was good for them, because this team, I don't want to be mean, but they have an age, let's say in that way. Well, and they need to rest, and they have...
Lovely ball by Messi to Sergio Roberto. He puts it inside, trying to find Braithwaite at the far post. Barca still keep the ball alive. Jordi Alba with the cross, trying to get it back to Messi. Mallorca clear, Barca regain possession. Busquets plays it out wide to Messi, who's on the right. He's got Sergio Roberto making a run, but Messi decides to keep the ball. Driving inside the box, looking for space to shoot. He cuts to his right. Here is Messi. Cuts back to his left, tries to put the cross in. It bounces off of the leg of a Mallorca defender. Messi heads it back to Sergio Busquets. Barca will have to rebuild as Piqué regains possession and passes it back to Ronald Araujo. You were saying, Mai?
Yes, that I don't want to be offensive, of course, but I think these guys, they have, a lot of them have more than 10 years in a high level.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Messi, Suarez, Piqué, they're all like,
I'd say it's a handy break as well. And let's not forget that in the month of March, when everything came to a halt,
yes,
Barca had more injuries that have been able to recover now.
Exactly.
Case of
Luis
Suarez, even Artur was dragging a bit of discomfort as well, so he's had some time to recover as well. So yeah, I mean, we've got all the squad back except for Ousmane Dembélé. Clément Lenglet is out today due to suspension. He would have been out in March anyway. But yeah, apart from Dembélé, Setien has all his men.
Yeah, and comparing the lineup between Barça Mallorca here last year and now, we changed 5 players in the starting lineup.
Okay, well, one of them has to be Suarez because he scored that brilliant goal.
Exactly. Junior Firpo because Alba was injured.
Oh yeah, Alba's dealt with injuries.
Wait.
Here's Take Kubo, first corner for Mallorca.
Junior Firpo, Lenglet, who was playing next to Piqué at that time, Rakitic.
Yeah, Rakitic is on the bench.
Exactly. And well, you already said Suarez.
Okay.
So we have
several changes. Yeah.
Do we know at what time they can do the substitutions?
I think any time. I mean, here's a cross inside from the corner kick. Ter Stegen picks it up, no problem there. And now he's looking for options. No, I mean,
whenever they want.
Whenever they want, like in a normal game. It's just that they can make 5 substitutions, but they can only have 3 breaks for substitutions. So you have to make 2 double substitutions if you want to make, or 1 triple and 2 singles.
Well, it could be.
Yeah.
But no, you have to try.
Anyway, I would like to go back to Sarah Salapore. I don't know if we have her. Sarah, do we have Sarah? Okay, we've got, oh, sorry. I'm being told that we don't have Sarah, but we do have Bruno, who's going to bring us some useful information as well. Bruno, how are you doing?
Hello guys, nice to be here with you in this match center with all the football back.
And you're just downstairs, Bruno. You're just downstairs. We're keeping our safe distance with you.
Exactly, yeah, I'm here in the newsroom and everyone, of course, working a lot, always here in Barça Studios when there is a game. And guys, I want to bring you some historic moments of this Mallorca-Barça because this is a kind of a classic game, no? 2 historic teams. And we're going to see some images of the game where Patrick Kluivert scored an amazing back heel in 2002-2003. It was an amazing goal, actually, by Patrick Kluivert. It was really similar to the goal that Luis Suarez scored in the first half of the season in the Camp Nou, in the win of FC Barcelona 5-2. And, well, it's just incredible how Patrick Kluivert scored this back heel, and also Luis Suarez, how he simulated and did it really, really well in the first half of the season where Barca won 5-2. Also, Samuel Eto'o was playing for Mallorca in that historic game in 2002-2003. Actually, he was sent off. He was playing for Mallorca. And here we have the image. That's amazing back heel of Patrick Kluivert. If you remember, of course, you can check all the game, even the highlights in Barça TV Plus of the game from that season where Luis Suarez scored a really similar goal. I'm quite sure that most of our viewers remember that goal. And here you can see also Samuel Eto'o playing for Mallorca. That's what we were saying. And in the next action, you're going to see how he was sent off after this fight here against a Barcelona player. Years later, Samuel Eto'o will sign for FC Barcelona, and he actually was a key player and one of the best strikers ever for Barcelona. Kluivert scored a hat-trick in that game, and Overmars was the man who scored the 4th goal. I think good memories from Mallorca. I don't know, Robert, I know that you like all these historic games, if you remember that game, and the similar goal with Luis Suarez was just amazing in December when he scored that goal, and all the comparisons went back. Here's another amazing goal from Patrick Kluivert.
Yeah, I mean, I have a good memory for games. As Barca tried to play a long ball to Messi, no, it's going to go out for a goal kick. So, It's interesting because Mallorca is a team that's gone up and down to the second division, but there are some classic games between Barça and Mallorca, and Bruno's going to be letting us know about some of them throughout the game. So, Bruno, we'll talk again later, but I just wanted to have your take on this early goal that we've had today.
Well, I mean, it was amazing not to see Barcelona scoring so early, because it's always tough to play away. Even it's true there are no supporters, but it's always tough. And if you score a goal, your confidence increases a lot, and even more when you have been without playing official games for about 2 or 3 months. So I think really great news for Quique Setien's team. Well, I want to give you just one stat, Robert, really quickly, because in the 44% of the games that Mallorca have played this season, there has been a penalty in the game, even for Mallorca or for the opponent. So I just want the people to send their comments with the hashtag #OnlyForCulés if they can think about an historic moment in the Mallorca Stadium about a penalty, because there is a lot of probabilities that we can see a penalty if we take this stat. So let's see if people can think about one penalty that was whistled in Mallorca, an historic penalty for FC Barcelona, recent history. We're talking about recent history. So let's see if people can think about key moments, key penalties in Mallorca, because it's going to be our next historic moment.
I think later on we'll be talking about key penalties against Mallorca.
But wait, Bruno, I want to know your prediction.
Oh yeah, we didn't ask Bruno about his prediction.
I mean, now it's easy, with one goal for Barca, have a little of advantage, but I'm going to go for a 3-0 for FC Barcelona. I think this early goal changes everything. I was expecting a kind of tough game for Barcelona, but I think with this early goal of Arturo Vidal, things are going to be easy for Barca, because Mallorca now will have to move lines forward, and they will try to go for at least an equalizer. You have to remember that Espanyol has won today, so...
wait a minute, here's Take Kubo on the edge of the box. Ter Stegen makes a save. Sorry, Bruno, I had to interrupt there, but it's a dangerous opportunity for Mallorca. Take Kubo making the drive from the right-hand side in, shot from the edge of the box, and Ter Stegen had to make the save. Very dangerous opportunity there for Mallorca. Bruno, we'll be talking later.
Thank you. See you, Robert.
See you later, Bruno.
Oh my God.
We need to be careful.
We need to be careful, but what a relief to see Ter Stegen on his best.
Yes, exactly.
Shape
No,
again,
exactly,
you know?
exactly.
Ter Stegen Airlines is still here. I'm so happy to see him back.
With no fans, we might actually be able to hear Ter Stegen Airlines.
Oh, I love to hear that. To see what sometimes, well, when I went to the Camp Nou, you can hear he's always like saying to the defenders, like, please be here next to me or put in here. You know, it's normal for a goalkeeper, but actually we have now the opportunity to hear what they say in the entire game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm sure the people that are close to them can hear exactly what they're saying.
Exactly. Yes.
So we're halfway through the first half, Mai. 1-0 to Barca. Let's remind the fans that it was an early goal by Arturo Vidal, a header off of the cross by Jordi Alba. Barca have had several opportunities. Mallorca have had one. And the game's going fairly well so far. Here's Lionel Messi combining with Sergio Busquets. Busquets trying to play it back to Lionel Messi. Barca fighting to recover the ball as Mallorca try to cross the halfway line. Here is Take Kubo. Very skillful player there, playing with Cucho on the left. Cucho with the cross. Jordi Alba heads it away. Mallorca are going to regain possession. Here is Pedraza.
I think the key here is not to be close to our goalkeeper and to that part of the 3/4, as they say in the pitch, right? No, not that close to Ter Stegen. It's better to be up and do the pressing that we were doing the first 15 minutes, because I think right now Barca is let them play.
Well, obviously, Mallorca, I mean, when they have the ball, they're looking a little bit more comfortable. And Barca, maybe when they have the ball, are looking to be a bit more direct, because there are spaces in behind. We've seen Messi connect with Sergi Roberto down that right-hand side several times. So it'll be interesting to see how the game evolves. Mallorca moving the ball around. Here is...
Do you want to know that actually... Oh, wait.
Wait, no. There was a run coming in from the left-hand side. Barca recover the ball. Messi, let's see if Barca can create anything from here. You were saying, Mai, sorry.
The last Barca-Mallorca, because it was actually this season at Camp Nou, the player with most touches from Barca, who do you think he was?
You're talking in the game against Mallorca.
Yes, the 5-2.
Was De Jong in that game?
Sergi Roberto.
Oh, Sergi Roberto.
111 touches.
Okay.
I was
That's
surprised
interesting.
because as a right back,
and he was playing as right back. Yeah,
yes,
okay.
he was playing as a right back. And Busquets in that day was the one who created more chances for, and obviously Luis Suarez, much shots.
Well, obviously, you say obviously, but Lionel Messi scored a hat-trick that day.
I know.
So
but Suarez is always, well, I mean, for me, he's
he's a
kind
pistolero.
of a killer, like, the pistolero. He's always looking for the net. Like, I'm going to score. And that day, he did that. The most shots.
During those 2 months, we definitely missed him, going from the 9th of January to that, well, when we came to a halt on the 13th of March. We missed him dearly. I mean,
a lot.
And this break is one of the good things that's come out of this football break is that now we have him back in the squad, and he can definitely help us in these final 11 games in La Liga.
Well, we didn't know that a coronavirus was coming at that time, and everyone was just expecting Luis Suarez to be out the entire season, and probably watching him in the last few games of the Champions League if he was lucky.
Yeah.
But everything changed. Now he's able to play.
And it gave him more time. I mean, I remember these talks as well. When we were more or less at the beginning of March, there was rumours that he might be back late in April for the final stage of the season, but that would have been rushing it, obviously, and there's always a risk when you rush things. Now he's had all the time in the world. So
all the time. And he seems fit. He seems he's hungry too. He wants to be back as soon as possible.
And
I want to tell you something, Robert. He's our 4th top scorer in the club history.
That is, yes,
which
I know
is
where you're
crazy
going.
Because he's just 5 years in as a Barça player, and he's just 3 goals behind Kubala, which is our 3rd top scorer. I think that's an amazing stat.
No, that's an amazing stat, definitely. It goes to show how much of a killer Luis Suarez is.
And do you know how many goals?
No, it's 100 and something, but
191.
Okay, so he has 191 and he needs to get to 194 to equal Kubala, yeah?
Exactly.
Okay.
And Messi?
Messi 627.
Actually, talking about Messi, maybe if he's staying this way in his course, he can win the 7th Pichichi Trophy.
I'm hoping for a Messi goal today, yeah. He can win the 7th Pichichi Trophy, but Robert Lewandowski from Bayern Munich is making it difficult for him to win the Golden Boot because he just keeps scoring as well.
Yeah,
so.
I know. But let's hope at least he can win the Pichichi.
Here's a cross inside the box. Sergio Roberto will have to clear it. Barca in defensive mode at the moment. Braithwaite clears it away, and Valiant for Mallorca picks it up again. Mallorca are looking a bit more comfortable in these last few minutes.
The last few minutes, they seem like they're controlling and they're having possession. They look calm, they look fine. At the same time, they're struggling because they're in the relegation zone.
Yes.
With 25 points, they need to win.
Well, I mean, and with the results, here's an opportunity for Budimir. The loose ball inside the box, well blocked. The shot by Ronald Araujo, a shot by Taki Kubo into the hands of Ter Stegen. Mallorca are getting close to Ter Stegen now, and
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. We need to get back in their half. In their half.
We need to go up and stay in that position, like in the middle, and then at the beginning, what we were doing at the beginning, like the first 50 minutes, Barca was pressing a lot. You can see the midfields and everyone really up. But right now they're letting play and giving them the spaces to play comfortable. And I think we should do this. It's like it's not the best way to secure this 0-1 because it's what Bruno said. You're away.
No, definitely.
You always have that point.
Now Mallorca trying to win the ball back. It's Braithwaite running back and chasing the ball. Jordi Alba sliding to the ground, and De Jong is going to pick it up, but the referee calls a foul against Barca. 28th minute in the first half. We're still 1-0 up. The goal was scored by Arturo Vidal in the first minute of the game. Alba went sliding down to the ground to try and recover the goal. Sorry?
You say 7th goal for Arturo Vidal, right?
7th goal, yeah, 7th goal.
That's not easy.
7th goal in La Liga.
Midfield, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's a really good start.
Here is Cucho in front of Piqué. He's on the left, looking for options. The ball goes back to Salva Sevilla, who puts a cross inside the box.
Ooh.
Alba heads it away. Another cross coming in.
Nice,
Araujo this time.
That's the way.
Barca's defense very busy at the moment. Mallorca are back in Barca's box. Here's another opportunity. This is Budimir looking for an angle to put the cross inside. Well covered there by Ronald Araujo, but Barca are just booting the ball away at the moment. Under heavy pressure by Mallorca.
And I like to see Griezmann doing that again, because he was doing that at the beginning of the season, or the season we played before, and defending, you know?
Yeah, no. I mean, it's less likely that we'll see him there today because he's playing more in a central position. So what he was doing at the beginning of the season, now it's Braithwaite who's doing it. A free kick has been called against Barca on the edge of the box. So this could be a dangerous situation. The foul by Arturo Vidal, heavy clash there with Dani Rodriguez, who is one of Mallorca's most used players. He's played in every single game.
Well, for us, it's Ter Stegen, De Jong, and I think it was another one who was always...
Yeah, Antoine Griezmann. For Barca, no player has played in every single game for Barca in the 27 games, but 3 of them have played 26, and that's De Jong, Griezmann, Ter Stegen. So, a free kick against Barca as we've hit the half-hour mark. Salva Sevilla's close to the ball. Take Kubo has it in his hands. We'll see who takes it.
Seems like Kubo, right?
Seems like a better angle for a left-footed player, and that would be Take Kubo.
No, and he has the ball, so...
Yes, no. He looks like he's going to take the responsibility.
Yes, for sure.
24 meters away from goal.
Oh my God, Ter Stegen, I trust you.
Just outside the semicircle of the big box. A good angle for Take Kubo, who has a sweet left foot. Let's hope it's just not sweet enough. The referee blows the whistle. Here's the free kick by Take Kubo. It bounces over to Stegen, who barely had a chance to react, but he managed to save it. Ter Stegen denying Kubo for the 3rd time in the game today. I think we can talk to Georgina Leger, who's at the stadium. So, Georgina, a dangerous warning there by Mallorca.
Yeah, that hurt. That hurt a lot because of the lack of public. We could hear really loud how the ball impacted in the face
big thump,
of
yes.
Martin. of Martin.
And Georgina, let us know what's happening right now, because this is something new as well.
Yes. Yeah. So there are hydration pauses, so that people, so that the players can go and stay hydrated during the game, especially because we're playing in the summer. It's now 22 degrees, so it's not like extremely hot, but when you're playing a football game, it is important to keep drinking all this liquid. And by the way, another protocol, I'm like a kind of a robot that has memorized everything about the La Liga protocols, but yeah, it's interesting to know that the players, they have 1 bottle for each one of them, and they usually share them when there are this kind of pauses. The games that I play in August, like the Spanish Super Cup, sometimes in the past, or this kind of stuff. But in this case, they won't be sharing any bottles. I hope you guys aren't sharing bottles.
No, we're not. We each have our individual bottles. I have my Gerard Piqué bottle, and Mai has her Ter Stegen bottle.
Obviously.
I like them. My favorite man.
You can get them at the Barca store, by the way.
Ter Stegen.
By the way, this is time to buy this.
And online because we're online now. I mean, in Europe, Barca store is open 24/7. You can go and get.
What else can you ask?
Well, that's useful information.
And it's eco-friendly.
Okay,
you're using plastic.
And you can send it to friends. So yeah, not only for you, but if you have a friend living in Europe, you can surprise them with the Barca object or the masks. A lot of cool stuff. Okay, so the hydration pause is over. They are going back to their
I mean, one of the reasons why we've got this is the unusual situation that we're witnessing football in June, July, and if the Champions League comes back, which it seems like it is going to, August as well. So these are necessary.
Yes, no, and yeah, it's unusual, but it has happened in the past. Yeah, so we were saying, like the Spanish Super Cup, some games that are played in hot summer, for example, next week we're going to go to Sevilla next Friday. And even if the games are being played like at 10 p.m., there's some wind, so it's doable, but still in Sevilla, the players might struggle with the heat.
Yes, good luck, Georgina, next week in Sevilla.
Are important.
Good luck.
Yeah, we will be there. 45 minutes before kickoff, we'll be there bringing you the latest from Sánchez Pizjuán. We're excited.
Yes, and on Tuesday, Camp Nou, of course.
and some. Sorry.
No, on Tuesday, Camp Nou, of course. You're going back to Camp Nou. How excited are you about that?
Yeah.
At
No,
home.
I'm very excited, Robert. I'm very excited, to be honest. I was in Camp Nou yesterday for the reopening because people can go to the museum and the shop. They are open and they can take a stroll on the Barça facilities there at Camp Nou, which was really nice. And it was moving to be back there 3 months later. You could see people were happy to have Camp Nou open again. And on Tuesday, there are going to be like a lot of surprise actions that the club has prepared for the fans.
Oh, interesting.
For all the culés around the club. Yeah, we'll talk about that more in the next few days. I think there's like a website inside the Barça website. We all play, and you have everything in there. But it's really, really interesting, and I think people will love it, definitely.
Okay, well, Georgina, the hydration pause is over, and I imagine things are just as quiet as they were before the hydration pause at the stadium.
Yes, they are. I mean, I would like to go back to you with like a lot of new stuff going on, but truth is, there isn't. I mean, obviously there's a game going on. That's a chance because they are in the box. They're a bit far away.
Yeah, there is Sergio Roberto with the cross. It goes too far. Alba puts it back inside the box. Mallorca try to clear. Let's see if Barca can get anything out of this situation. Ball falls back to Alba. We'll hold on to you, Georgina, for just a minute. But it seems like Barca are going to want to rebuild this. So we'll talk to you later.
Yeah, sure. Whenever you want.
Thank you very much, Georgina, for bringing us. Yes, thank you for bringing us the latest from the Visit Mallorca Stadium. It's changed names. It's no longer Son Moix.
Visit Mallorca Stadium is a weird name, but
I know. It is what it is. It is what it is. Less than 10 minutes remaining in the first half, Mai. We're still 1-0 up. Barca seemed to have gone a little bit quieter. We had a good start. We were creating opportunities, but we're struggling now to beat this Mallorca defense. They've gone into, well, there's almost a line of 6 defenders right now. Here is Lionel Messi trying to create something, finding Jordi Alba on the left. Once again, that combination is going to work. Through ball by Messi to Alba, the cross.
Look at Messi.
Oh, it's a shot and it's a goal.
Goal. No?
Yes, it is a goal. No.
It is. It's just that they can touch each other, so goal.
Goal for Barca, and it's Martin Braithwaite with his first goal. Excuse me for not being on point with that game commentary, but the ball was like ping-ponging around inside the box, and it fell to Braithwaite, who just booted it in. Second goal for Barca, just as we'd said that things had kind of gone quiet on the Blaugrana side.
Yes.
But yeah, here's a situation. The ball was headed into the middle of the box there by Frenkie de Jong. Messi got a touch first. It fell to Braithwaite. So I think that counts as a Messi assist. Messi to Braithwaite with his right foot into the back of the net. First goal as a Blaugrana, 7th goal in La Liga for Martin Braithwaite.
First goal as a Blaugrana is a great news for us because actually this is a 4th game for him. He's new for his teammates. He's new for Setien because it's the first time he has a coach. Setien is his coach. And obviously that's good. They're looking something.
Are they checking VAR? I mean, I think they're checking something.
No.
Maybe a possible handball or something. I don't know. We need to get a replay to see what they're reviewing.
They should do that. Yeah.
Obviously, the referee's getting some information in his.
They're waiting. Yes.
Yeah.
They're waiting to restart the game.
They're waiting. So I mean, if we did get a replay, we'd be able to see where the possible controversy is. But
offside or
I don't know.
We can see it now.
I don't know. Let's see. So, Alba with Messi with the through ball to Alba. The cross gets a deflection off of Valiant. The ball is headed into the middle by Frenkie de Jong. Messi heads it to Braithwaite. I don't think.
No, they were thinking that it was a handball from Griezmann.
A handball from Griezmann.
But it's not.
I don't think it touched
he don't even touch it.
The arm of Griezmann.
No.
Let's see.
He tries, but no.
I think it's a goal.
It's a goal.
I can't see where the controversy is. I mean, maybe it passes close to the arm of Griezmann, but from what I can see in that replay,
but it doesn't seem
no reason to doubt.
No.
Let's see what the
it's a goal. They need to
what the referee decides here.
I don't see
It's
anything.
even weirder than usual, this moment of tension now, because there are no fans that are going to react either way to this decision. No, it's a goal, it's a goal, it's a goal. It's Mallorca 0, Barça 2, goals from Arturo Vidal and from Braithwaite. If we had made the prediction of goal scorers at the beginning of the game, I don't think either of us would have got it right.
No, not at all. Arturo Vidal and Braithwaite, well, Braithwaite is forward, so you can expect a goal from him, but you don't know. But already, like, almost at the halftime, this is not something normal for Barca, nor usual, because they didn't use to score goals before the halftime. They used to score goals just right after the halftime, between the 45 minutes and the 60 minutes. And now we're seeing like a 0-2, which is good for us.
No, it's great, it's great, it's great.
And expecting for more.
It's great. And we had conceded a lot first as well in La Liga. We've got Sarah back on the line. So, Sarah, did you see this one?
Yes, I did see this one. I fixed the game I was watching, and now it's no longer delayed, thank God. And I'm so happy for Martin Braithwaite. I feel like he's been working his butt off throughout this lockdown to be so fit and come back, and to like just be so hungry to score and show that he can play at Barca. He's a great player. And look, we're 40 minutes in the game, almost to the second half, and he scored a goal, and I think it's a great moment for him.
No, it's a great moment as well for Martin Braithwaite. Ter Stegen's been busy. We were talking with Maya that Barca had kind of gone quiet, and this came at the very best moment.
Yeah, I feel like after that initial goal, they kind of just took their foot off the gas, and it was really maybe Mallorca that was doing all of the work. And like you said, Ter Stegen has been doing a lot of work at the back. But I'm glad that we scored the second goal, because a 1-0 lead is never safe. A 2-0 lead is not safe either, but I'm glad 2 is much better than 1. But we still need to keep our focus up, concentrate, and I want one more goal.
Yeah, I mean, I want one more because I had 3-0 as my prediction. Sarah, you've been following what the fans are saying on Twitter with the hashtag Culers, the hashtag only for Culers. I mean, they were really pumped up before the game. What's going on Twitter?
Okay, so we have one fan that said she tweeted this out, I think it was like 4 hours before the game. She said, "Happy Barcelona Day." And it just shows like how hyped these fans are, that it's the day that Barca plays after so long, 3 months, 98 days to be exact. And just happy Barcelona Day. I just love that tweet. Another tweet that I saw was, in Spanish it says, hoy es el día, hoy vuelve el Barça. And in English it says, today is the day, and today Barca return. So great. Another one, it's a very simple phrase, but it means a lot. And there's a lot of meaning behind this. It says, today Lionel Messi plays football. It's simple, but it means a lot, because that means the greatest player in the history of football is back on the field, and we are so blessed and lucky to see him. And personally, I know and you guys, everyone, all the culers have missed Leo Messi so much. Another tweet I saw was, feels like forever since I watched a Barca game. I'm so excited. I think we can all agree with Maria. It feels like a very long time. I mean, 3 months is a long time, but it felt like more than 3 months, maybe like 6-7 months. Another tweet we got was, after a long break, finally we will see Barca play today. Just showing how much support these culers have for Barca, and how excited they were for this game to start, and just for the competition to return, and see the team as a unit on the field, and the players back together. And of course, I mean, there's no celebrating where they're all hugging and all that, but it's still that same emotion and that same feeling. And there was one more that said, Barcelona will actually play today. My happiness cannot be measured. I'm so with this person, with this fan. My happiness as well is unmeasurable. I mean, tonight's like the best night in these past 3 months. So continue sending in your tweets, because I would love to read them all, either using the hashtag Culers, or only for Culers, and I will bring them to the studio.
Wonderful, Sarah. Well, we'll talk to you at halftime and later on in the second half as well. Only a minute and a half left, plus added time in this first half, May. Let's see if we can take this result into the dressing room.
Yeah, no, for sure. I really think we can keep it like this, like 0-2, and I hope for more goals in the second half for sure. It's what you said before, Robert. We actually have to be careful, and we love Marc-André Ter Stegen, but we don't want to see him that much during the game, because that's not a good sign for us. So let's keep looking like if they, well, it's just
We
like
want to see this guy. We want to see Lionel Messi running away from defenders like he's doing right now. Here's Messi getting to the edge of the box. Oh, he ran out of options.
It's complicated.
It's complicated.
It's what
Minute
you said
44. We've got one remaining plus added time in this first half, which has gone well for Barca in terms of a result. Strong start. And then, as Mallorca seemed to take control of the situation in an isolated, action,
Yes.
Barca managed to score the second through Martin Braithwaite. There was a heavy tackle there on Arturo Vidal. That was why Maya was reacting that way.
Because I was expecting a foul or something, right?
Yeah.
But no.
Throw in
Nothing
to
happened.
Mallorca. Here is Piqué recovering the ball and sending it over to Braithwaite. He feeds
Messi.
Lionel Messi. He's got Griezmann to the left. The ball goes to Jordi Alba. Alba to Griezmann, who's going to have to chase it. He couldn't keep it in. The pass by Alba was just a bit too heavy there.
Actually, I was surprised that, as we say in Spanish, el último hombre, the last man, for Barca as a defender, just in front of Ter Stegen, when they just go up, all of them, was Araujo.
Yeah.
It was like they're trusting him that much. Like, you're going to be here and you're going to watch Ter Stegen.
No, for a strong first half, I'd say, for Araujo, definitely.
Really good
Mallorca have had their chances, but when he's had to block a shot, he's done that.
Yes.
And if not, he has to Stegen behind him, so that's all right.
We have 4 minutes.
4 minutes of added time. That is not usual in first half, but of course we've had the pause for hydration.
Exactly.
And we had a VAR check as well. So 4 minutes until half time as Mallorca make a move forward. Here is Dani Rodriguez on the edge of the box. Barca need to be careful because the first half is nearly over. Here is a header by Budimir, which goes wide.
You're a Ferrari. It's like I just blow my mind. Like, what? Too many information in 1 second, Robert.
Well, I mean, a lot was
You're
happening.
going fast.
A lot was happening.
You're the same as the players. You weren't really excited about be back, right?
As my colleague here at Barca TV, Fran Bailey, would say, I was in motormouth mode. Anyway, 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Barca playing in their own half at the moment. Here is Piqué finding Arturo Vidal. Barca should just try and keep the ball for the 3 remaining minutes and take this comfortable lead into the dressing room.
I think that adding these 4 minutes too because of our calls, right?
Yeah.
We're talking to many people today.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a really complicated for us. It's a program completely different for what it used to be.
Yes, it's not as complicated when Lionel Messi does what he's just done. Oh, the ball was taken away from him at the very last second. I'm trying to think because Messi back in 2008, 2009 did an exact same move. Here is Barca with the ball inside the box. Mallorca clear it away. He brought it down on his chest, took it over a defender, made a run inside the box, dribbled away from a defender, and the ball was taken away from him.
Do you really remember that?
Yeah, no. Yeah,
I can't.
I'm trying to think
I'm
of
like
it.
Dory. Like, I can. I'm doing my best.
If it had ended in a goal, we'd definitely have someone looking for it. The similarity was uncanny, but yeah, I mean, Messi creating danger again.
Yes.
And it's good that Barca hasn't needed him in terms of scoring at the moment.
No, and we're taking possession again, which is important to have at least the midfield and be able to go up. And I prefer this, like having possession. And well, we just have what, like 2 minutes, 1 minute remaining, and let's see, because the players seems like they're fine for now.
Yeah, at the moment they said. I mean, I think a break will definitely be good for them. And in terms of,
but I mean, talking about substitutions or who could be better than this one, or I don't know. I think the team, it's complicated to play it again in a team after 3 months that not even playing each other like together, and with a new coach, because let's remind that Setien just had what 12 games.
Yeah, Messi with De Jong. The pass by De Jong inside the box, and Messi couldn't get there.
It's so weird because I'm alone here just laughing, you know. I have no one next to me laughing too. with De Jong.
Well, I mean, there was suspense there. We didn't know, what was going to happen. It was Messi back to De Jong, and the 1-2 there almost worked for Barca.
Yeah, but I was saying that before, Robert, that actually is an unusual match for us a program. It's a completely different
Yeah,
one.
no, exactly.
We're doing our best.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's amazing to have these good connections with Georgina, Sara, Bruno, Gais Mendieta, who is our special guest today.
And Jordi all the way in New York.
Exactly.
The Peña Blaugrana.
Peña, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So, this is the end of the first half. The referee's just blown the whistle.
Yes.
Mallorca 0, Barça 2. The goals from Arturo Vidal and from Braithwaite. The players making their way to the dressing rooms. Maya, your take on the first half?
Okay, if we're realistic here, I'm seeing like Barça, obviously the stats against Mallorca are really good. We have more than 30 wins against them in 15 games. I'm really happy to see this, and I was expecting this. I don't know why I have a feeling like the team was in a good shape. They're showing that.
Yeah.
I think that the players are doing their best. They seem fit. They seem ready. And we need to be careful about the possession and don't let them
Giving
play
away
in the way they
chances.
want, because they're their stadium. They know their pitch. They know all the things they want to do. And, of course, they need the points. As us, but it's for completely different goals, right? Because Barça wants to be the leader and we want to win this Liga.
Yeah.
And at the same time, Mallorca wants to stay here because they're not in the top 5 since 2013. Which is a lot of time.
No, obviously they're fighting for their lives, and the Espanyol win earlier on doesn't make things any easier for them. So I imagine they'll still come out in the second half looking to take their opportunities and get back in the game. But on the whole, I was impressed with what I saw from Barça. Strong start, which is all we could ask for, really. I mean, we knew that the momentum would go down eventually at some point during the game because, well, we said competitive rhythm. We haven't had a game for 3 months. I mean, that's longer than the summer pause usually is. So yeah, I was impressed with that early start. I mean, goal by Arturo Vidal in the first minute. You couldn't have scripted it better. And then I'm happy that Martin Braithwaite scored as well. His first goal for Blaugrana. That will definitely be a confidence booster.
No, for sure, no doubts. And I think that's good for us that at the same time we're away. We don't have the best stats away from home because actually at home we're the best. I mean, we have most wins and not good bad results. But right now, like at this stadium and the first game after this big break and seeing the players hungry, they seem like they're understanding each other a lot, more than they used to do just right before the lockdown.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were tired or they need
I think
more connection between
month
them.
of March is a tough time in the season, lots of games.
And from now, like they had almost a month to do more specific jobs and be together. And actually from the beginning of June, we start with these big groups and they did the training session at Camp Nou.
Yeah, exactly. No.
So
they've had time to regain fitness and I think we saw that in the first half. They look sharp. They look sharp for what the situation is. Anyway, that's what we think. What do you guys think?
Whoa,
we've got loads of people here. We've got loads of people on screen. I have to be honest. I didn't know where we were going. I didn't know where we were going. Okay, so wait a minute. Let's put some order here. Georgina, you first. Thoughts on the first half?
Hey. No, hello, Sara, Bruno, Peña. Hello, how are you? Because I haven't been able to follow the live stream for the whole game, but hello to all of you. It's good to see you. That early goal definitely was a very, very good news for us, and I think it allows us to face the game in a more relaxed way. But I love how it has ended, like this first half. In the attacking, there are like so many options. You see Griezmann there with Messi, Braithwaite, who scored his first goal with Barca. We're very happy for him. And you can see Vidal in attacking too. So I think we're seeing a lot of good signs. And there's room for improvement. There always is. But I think it's a very good Barca that we're seeing today.
Sarah, your turn. Oh, I got it wrong. I was dared to do it. And I got it wrong.
You tried to.
So close. Well, no, not so close, Sarah. It was 50-50.
All right, I want to give you the benefit of the doubt. But anyway, I mean, everyone's been asking, the main question was who was this break going to benefit more? Was it Barca? Was it Madrid? And I think watching this game, I think Barca, because they're so sharp now. And And like Maya is saying, they looked tired kind of before the break, and now they just look so sharp, so hungry, so motivated to play. I mean, Kikis at the end said it, that he's been so proud of his players, and they've been in impeccable shape throughout lockdown, working out, keeping up their fitness. And I mean, I'm really impressed with this first half. 2 goals, and I like, just like how Georgina said, I liked how the second half ended. I mean, throughout the half, Mallorca were kind of controlling the game, passing the ball around and testing our goalkeeper. But it's great to end the first half with another goal and Martin Braithwaite. I mean, congrats to him.
Yeah, exactly. Great news there. Bruno, I want your take on someone who's been busier than what we'd have liked, which is Marc-Andre ter Stegen. He's made some good saves there.
Really good saves, actually. Ter Stegen showing his fantastic level as always. And I think I'm also really happy for Martin Braithwaite, because I really think that he can make an impact in this FC Barcelona. There's some people that think he's going to be a substitute of Suarez, or he's not going to have so many protagonism. And I'm really happy for him, because I honestly think that he can have a good career in Barcelona, and that he can be an important player. So I think this goal is going to be key for his confidence. And well, really important to see Barcelona starting well. This really, really short league. It's just 11 finals.
Yeah, exactly.
After Mallorca, it's going to be just 10 games. Exactly, so it's really important to show, hey, Barcelona is here, top of the league, showing a good performance, strong, and at halftime winning 2-0 in an always difficult ground like it's Mallorca. You have to remember that Real Madrid dropped points there this season, so I think Barcelona doing great things, and let's see what happens in the second half.
And finally, Jordi, what is the experience like of following a game through an app with different people around the city?
Oh, look at that.
There you are. There you are, all of you.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we're there's about 30 of us that are enjoying the game together. It's been very interesting, a little frustrating, but because you're not in the same room together. But the excitement of watching people jump out of their couches and their chairs through the computer has been really exciting. We're off to a great start. Some great. Some really great transitions, I think, in the play. So I think that we're off to, to be expected that this game would be a little strange, but I'm really liking it.
Okay, well, no.
We're really enjoying it.
We'll talk to all of you during the second half or at the end of the game, but we have got to take a little break, a little breather for me and Maya as well. And we'll be back after showing you some of the cool content that people can see on Barça TV+.
Welcome to Barça TV+. I'm ready.
Fue un día de entrenamiento, empezamos a tener nuestra amistad.
És el que sentia i també perquè s'ho mereixia la Vidal.
Llevo toda mi vida aquí y decir adiós a lo que es mi casa y mi vida es muy complicado.
És el record després dels anys. Si els records s'esborressin, no tindria sentit lluitar cada dia.
Jugamos y competimos contra nosotros mismos, como llevamos haciendo desde mucho tiempo. Y hay que volver a demostrarlo. Vamos a por ello.
Al final lo peor de una lesión es que dices, ¿volveré a ser yo? Esa es la pregunta.
i vam poder guanyar un partit que va ser molt difícil, va estar ajustat.
Barcelona no é só jogar, tem uma parte boa que nos ensina a sermos pessoas.
Tots els valors, un missatge que donem, som grans exemples per tots aquests nens que estan creixent i que veuen el Barça com un mirall a seguir.
Vamos a ver si tú estás ready. Esse é o principal, realizar meu sonho de ser jogador de futebol. Não tem preço, faria tudo de novo.
A día de hoy quiero seguir creciendo y quiero seguir sumando para que el Barça consiga todos los títulos posibles.
El tio volia els 100 punts i els 100 punts es van fer.
Fue un golpe durísimo para todo.
Personal, pues el momento más fuerte que he vivido como jugador del Barça.
El Barça es mi casa.
Manga corta, pantalón corto, ya preocupado para vivir.
Lo meto yo el primer gol y digo, ¿pero qué nos está pasando? Era increíble. Mientras tú tienes el balón, el otro no puede marcar el gol. Es cuestión de organización y sobre todo la posición.
Estic des del Barça, doncs és bàsicament mantenir la pilota, dominar el partit.
To have fun, it's the most important thing.
Sí, el momento más dulce. Yo creo que ha sido algo muy grande.
Welcome, Barça fans. This is Barça Live, Match Center.
Bona tarda, companys i titular.
Great, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good, thank you.
Buenas noches.
És un somni rere somni,
El fútbol no solo el ganar, el perder, yo creo que te enseña muchas cosas.
Lo importante es estar aquí, vivirlo.
El Barça que hay en este momento puede ser el mejor equipo del mundo.
Espectacular.
Viva el Barça i viva Catalunya!
Nikola Mirotic te reta en el Palau.
Mirotic spinning away for him.
¿Estás ready?
Mirotic and the one-handed throw down.
I'm ready.
Hoy no vengo de amiguete, hoy vengo a ganar.
Sí, pues ya somos dos.
Lo más importante es el fair play. Fair play.
Este reto lo gana quien meta más triple. Tenéis un minuto.
Yo nunca voy de favorito, así que creo que el favorito es Antoine.
Dios. Me la tira mal.
Qué lenta me la pasa, ¿no? Que alguien controle el tiempo, porque yo de este árbitro no me fío mucho. Este reto va de puntería. Ganará el mejor de 10 intentos. Este sí que voy a ganar, porque yo soy un futbolista y estoy preparado y entreno para este challenge. Esto es el 10, ¿no?
¡Ay, Dios! ¡Qué mucho!
Si hubiese estado así, hubiese ido dentro.
Ya estoy arreglado.
Ready? Nico.
Sí, no, si te pones así, yo me voy, ¿eh?
Vale.
El último reto pondrá a prueba vuestra habilidad.
Voy a ganar yo. Fácil. Muy fácil. Sí. Espera. Sí, ahora puedes.
Well, that is some of the cool content you can see on Barça TV Plus May. There's plenty more. The fans have hours and hours of Barça content to see on there.
Thousands of hours, and they're gonna have every month, every week. We're gonna
some updates.
Yeah, sharing a lot, like training sessions, press conference, more reports, more things like this.
Documentaries,
with the players.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Cool
it's
content
amazing.
with the players. So be sure to follow all of that, definitely.
And create an account.
Let's go back to the game.
Yes.
Let's look at the halftime stats.
Let's take a look at the halftime stats. We see Barcelona already winning 2-0. The possession 71% for Barça.
Yep.
Shots
Sorry, can I just interrupt? I'm surprised that the possession is so high for Barca since Mallorca took control of the game for a while in the first half there.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think in the 49 minutes we had, actually Barca had the possession a lot more than them.
Anyway, keep going.
Yes, the shots. We have 5 shots for Barca, 7 for Mallorca. 2 shots on target for us, 2 goals.
Yeah. True.
So 100% effective. 3 for Mallorca. The corner kicks were draw like 2-2.
Yeah.
And the offsides, 2 for Mallorca, 0 for Barca, no offsides. Passes, we have 412 for Barca.
Almost triple.
Yes, and Mallorca 160, and passing accuracy for us 87%, and for them 81%. No red cards, no penalty kicks, just 1 yellow card. It was for Arturo Vidal, which means our 66th yellow card in the competition.
Okay, interesting that it was for Arturo Vidal, who's going to be the man who's going to be replaced, as I'm being told in my ear. Ivan Rakitic is coming on, and you were telling me an interesting stat about Ivan Rakitic before the game.
This is his game number 300 for Barca.
Interesting.
As a Barca player, 300 games. We have so many players right now in this, in the squad that already passed these numbers, which is crazy. That means...
Well, we've got lots of players who've been here for quite a while now. I mean, if you look at the squad, Ter Stegen came in at the same time as Rakitic. Luis Suarez is warming up, and he's one of the players who's close to those numbers as well. Sergio Roberto, Piqué, Jordi Alba, Lionel Messi, of course, Sergio Busquets. Loads of players with loads of Barca minutes. The second half has started. Mallorca have the first possession. Barca attacking towards our left, Mallorca towards our right, and we have that one substitution. Thoughts, Maya? The goal scorer, the first goal scorer of this new reality for Barca has been taken off. In comes Ivan Rakitic.
Yeah, well, Arturo Vidal, you know that for me, not just because he's South American, I just think he's a gladiator. He's always fighting and doing his best, leaving everything on the pitch, and you can see that. And actually, I was surprised because I was expecting a Messi goal, Braithwaite, Griezmann, someone in the forward line, but it was Arturo Vidal because he's always there trying to be that number 9, you know, is kind of a feeling. And, well, I don't know what is the plan for Setien looking up the entire situation. He knows more than us nowadays.
Yeah, exactly.
How is the players, who can play, who cannot play, the 90 minutes.
I think it's... Well, I mean, it might be that there's a physical issue or something, but I think he's looking at the long run. It's 11 games in just 1 month, and or just over a month, and he needs to just give as much rest as possible to his players. The score is favourable, 2-0. See, if Arturo Vidal is a very intense player.
It is.
Let's just give him 45 minutes of rest and give playing time to Ivan Rakitic. Boost up his confidence as well. And we've got, before you say anything, we've got Artur and Luis Suarez warming up as well.
Yeah, no, at the same time, you have to think you have 11 games in 1 month. They're going to play every 2 days, 3 days.
Yeah.
You don't have too much time to
We're
rest.
back again on Tuesday.
Yeah, and we have, from the first squad, we have 18 players, apart from the Barca B players. So you need to take care a lot with that point. And I think actually right now, Robert, the most important thing is the staff, the technical staff, but the doctors and all the people behind them that works every day with the players and see their evolution, see how they go, see their diet.
Yeah.
You know, all the details to be sure that they can play the month 100%, like everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Every little detail counts now in this new mini league that we've got. Mallorca trying to make a move forward. Here's a shot by Budimir from the edge of the box, and it goes wide. A first opportunity of the second half, and it was for Mallorca, a dangerous one.
We need to be careful with Budimir because he was the one who scored the 2 goals at Camp Nou.
Yes,
in the first game. So
he was.
We need to be careful.
9 goals in La Liga for Budimir. He's Mallorca's top striker, and that was a dangerous opportunity right on the edge of the box. Left-footed finish with the inside part of his foot. It went just wide of the post, of the right post of Ter Stegen's goal. See if Barca can get comfortable in this second half. I'm looking forward to Suarez coming in because he's going to give Barca some extra energy.
And apart from that, all the entire weeks and the months he spent out of the beach and not playing next to Messi.
Yeah.
Everyone is expecting them to see them together.
Yeah,
they have a good connection.
They have a good connection,
know a lot.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be amazing to see them again together because I really like Griezmann playing with them.
Yeah.
And actually, they played against Mallorca in that way with Messi, Suarez, Griezmann.
Yeah.
So we can maybe look that again. But at the same time, Griezmann sometimes is the substitution for Setien, you know? Is the one who...
Well, I mean, I reckon maybe due to dressing room hierarchies, maybe Braithwaite is the first to be taken off.
Should be, because he's the new one, could be.
Yeah, exactly.
In some way, not in a bad
but
way.
I mean, Quique Setien knows what his player's physical form is best. So I'm sure he'll make the decision which is best for the team. Mallorca have a corner right now.
We're going to see the corner, and it's what Georgina was saying. Like, you obviously at this time of the game, you hear all the people, you know, making noises and supporting their team. And, well, right now it's just a silent game, but at the same time...
It's very silent. It's very silent. Here is Salva Sevilla with the cross from the corner kick.
What was that?
Well, there was a player...
Rakitic.
Just leaping on Ivan Rakitic. I thought that could have been a foul. But anyway, Mallorca putting the ball back inside the box. It's headed away by Piqué. And there's a throw-in for for Mallorca, sorry. Mallorca trying to put pressure on Barça and trying to get themselves back in the game.
I look what I'm seeing from Araujo, because it seems like the entire line defense, like all the people in defense right now, like Sergi Roberto, Piqué, Araujo, and Jordi Alba, are understanding each other really well.
Yeah, they're in sync. They're in sync, yeah.
Yeah, so... Okay, we're going to see.
Now Barca trying to move out in transition. Jordi Alba has space to run down the left flank. The ball was sent over to him by Frenkie de Jong. Alba waiting for options. He's got Braithwaite on the left. Braithwaite plays it back to Frenkie de Jong, and Barca are going to take it slow. Here is Ivan Rakitic getting involved. Mallorca have made a substitution, by the way. Lago Junior has come on in the second half. He's another attacking player.
They're looking for the goal and the 3 points for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I think it's what Sarah said before, like a 0-2 result, it's not everything done.
No, definitely not. Barca regain possession. I think it's time to go back to learn a bit more about the history between Mallorca and Barca, and that is with Bruno Ballester. So Bruno, tell us more about the history between these two teams.
Well, I want to talk now about a moment that I think that was really important for Barca's history. I want to give some context to our viewers. We're going to move to season 2008-2009.
I know
really
where
good
you're
memories,
going, Bruno.
where Barca won. Yeah, Barca won everything. One of the key months was José Manuel Pinto to win everything for Barca, because this Copa del Rey, in the end, Barcelona won it. But in the semi-finals, Barcelona was suffering a lot in Mallorca in the second leg. Barcelona won 2-0 at home, but Mallorca were winning 1-0. And at this moment, Martí was really close to score the second goal and to equalize the tie. But José Manuel Pinto pointed out to his right, and he stopped this penalty in a really famous way, where José Manuel Pinto...
Yeah, exactly. Just pointing to where he was going to go. And he went that way, and he went that way. He dived towards his left.
Exactly, it was amazing. And after Pinto saved that penalty, Leo Messi scored the 1-1 equalizer, and of course everything was calm for Barca, because Mallorca at that moment needed 3 more goals. So Barcelona made it into the final. But I mean, it was a really intense moment, and Pinto was there to save the penalty. Here you can see Pep Guardiola in that season where Barcelona won absolutely everything, and all the party after Messi scored that goal with some media you can see there, and also the supporters. So what a moment for Barca's history in Son Moix in the semi-finals before Barcelona won the cup in the final in 2009.
Yes, exactly. Without that save by Pinto in Mallorca, there may not have been a sextuple, Bruno.
That's right.
Exactly. I mean, it was a really key moment in the second half, around the 60th minute. So, I mean, imagine Mallorca 2-0 up, an historic moment for Mallorca, who, of course, they've been in a cup final, but they never won a Copa del Rey. So for them, it was a key night, a historic night for them. But Pinto was there, and he had a lot of protagonism. Pinto, not just in that year. Then Victor Valdés was injured a year later, and he played great games. And we have to remember that Pinto, he signed for Barcelona in the end of his career. He was Zamora with Celta de Vigo.
Yes, exactly.
Received less goals, so really great keeper. And now I think he's still not playing football in his single career that he always is singing now rap and doing.
Oh yeah, no, he's gone. He's moved on from football. He's moved on from football.
Yeah, is a really fun guy, I think, from Cádiz, from the south of Spain. And well, he also gave us a key moment in Mallorca, really funny. Also, he was always whistling and confusing some strikers from the opponents because some strikers thought sometimes there was offside because Pinto was whistling from the goal, but it was not the referee who was whistling. So also, I mean, a funny guy.
Yeah, it was a funny moment in Barca history and a crucial moment. Thank you very much, Bruno. And in our final connection with you, we'll be talking about another penalty save, which was important in Barca's history, and it was also against Mallorca. But we'll talk about that later, Bruno. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Robert.
Okay, so we had a bit of a weird moment there while Bruno was talking.
That was my face.
Talking to us. What happened? There was someone who jumped onto the field, wasn't there? How does this happen? How does this happen when there's no one in the stadium?
Well, I don't know
or there's
what to say.
supposed to be no one in the stadium. I don't know how.
It's like just 200 people, but Ramsey, right?
I mean, someone must have run away from security or something and just run onto the pitch.
But who was it? A journalist or camera? Because there are just 200 people in this stadium.
Well, no, I think someone from the outside ran into the stadium. But I mean,
oh my God! But what is security then?
We didn't get any replays or anything because I think the league has a protocol of not showing those things.
No,
but yes, it was a bit of a curious moment there. Luis Suarez is getting ready to come on, and Mallorca have a corner kick. So let's go to the corner kick first, and then we'll see who Luis Suarez replaces. Mallorca play it short. Here is Take Kubo on the left. He's got Sergio Roberto in front of him. Another corner kick for Barca.
Who do you think is going to be?
I think it's Braithwaite.
Okay.
You?
Braithwaite.
Yeah.
Because of what you said. Because if it's about the stats.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean. Could be Antoine Griezmann. Could be Antoine Griezmann as well, but I mean, I think it's going to be Martin Braithwaite, who's scored a goal already as well. We want to see a Griezmann goal as well. Here is Salva Sevilla with the cross inside. Ivan Rakitic boots the ball away just in time because a header was coming in.
Yeah, and they were not moving at all.
Oh, Mallorca in space right now. Daniel Rodriguez has got time to think on the right flank. The cross inside. Piqué clears away. It forced attack. Kubo. Busquets goes in for the challenge. Mallorca keep possession, but far away from Barca's box. Here is Dani Rodriguez again. 10 minutes played in the second half. Still 2-0 at the Visit Mallorca Stadium. The goals by Arturo Vidal and Martin Braithwaite giving Barca the advantage. But Mallorca trying to contain us in our own half.
You know, actually, Robert, what's happening right now is totally the opposite if you see the stats. Because actually, at this time of the game, Mallorca used to concede more goals and Barca used to score goals. And now we're seeing the opposite. I'm not saying that
I mean, we might see a goal. We might see a goal. I mean, we had a goal in an isolated situation in the...
it's not normal for Mallorca to be... attacking during these first minutes of the second half.
Anyway, we've got something relevant happening on the pitch, and I think Georgina can take us through it. Georgina, important moment for Luis Suarez.
Yeah, he will enter the pitch, I think, in the place of Antoine Griezmann, who's now running over there. Yep, I'm doing kind of a spoiler here. And yeah, taking his first minutes, a long time after his knee injury. He underwent some surgery there. And it's one of the good parts of lockdown, actually. The sports suspension, we get some players back. For example, Luis Suarez, who will now play some minutes here at Son Moix.
Okay. So Barca have made 2 substitutions. Does that mean... Oh, no, because we used 1 substitution at half-time, so that presumably doesn't count as one cycle of substitutions.
No, I think it...
That'll be interesting.
Good question. I will... Yeah, I will check this out for you, and I will let you know when
come back to me, because I mean, if it counts as a cycle of substitutions, it means that Setien, if he wanted to use all 5, he would have to make a triple substitution, which I can't really see happening.
Yes. No.
But if it doesn't count, if it's made at half-time, then he can still do 2 more.
You just blew my mind more than the guy that stepped on the pitch.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm curious now. You'll have to go and ask and see how that goes. Anyway,
I'll ask around.
Yes, I mean you've got plenty of space to ask around. There's no noise around you, so I'm sure someone can give you an answer.
Maybe you just can scream and say, "Hey, listen."
No, I mean I could, and yeah, we've asked this around, and yeah, there's no one that nowhere. There's nothing nowhere saying that we cannot scream or cheer for our team. We're obviously not doing it because we are working. But
obviously, yes.
If
Yeah,
it
but as
gets
we were
to
saying
the
before, if
last
we go
match
into
day-
the last game of the season in this situation, you'll be
Last
screaming.
game.
Exactly.
No, I will be screaming, crying. Okay, ooh, Messi.
Oh, here's
Martin
Messi on the edge of the box. The ball inside the box. Braithwaite with, oh no, it looked like a goal and it went out.
How can you feel
It went out, but this is going to be a corner kick and for Messi, who's just a few meters away.
Yeah, no, we're going to keep the connection alive,
Well, I'm
Georgina, for
keeping
the
a
corner
social-
kick. My ambition for this game is
I'm
to
keeping the
have a goal,
social-
to
yeah.
call a goal live and see your reaction.
Okay, it could happen right now. By the way, Messi without the beard, I like how he looks like.
And longer hair as well, and longer hair.
Yeah, I think that's
Longer
a
hair.
trending
No,
topic almost.
He's like a vintage.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. All the comments. Okay, that's a short corner for Frankie de Jong, Frankie for Sergio Roberto, and I'm going to stop commenting the game here.
Yeah, but no, I mean, there's no delay, Georgina. What you were saying is what we were seeing. So if there was a goal, here is a ball inside the box for Messi. Oh, Araujo could have scored, and Suarez with the opportunity there.
Oh gosh.
Oh no, it wasn't Suarez. It was Araujo with the opportunity in the end, and Suarez. It went through his legs as he tried to backheel it in.
Yes.
I'm afraid because that was a very, very, very near goal chance here. And I was about to like jump and start screaming and celebrating with Ignazi, who is over here.
It would have been amazing.
And I'm like, I can't do that. I can't. No, but I can't do that. I have to keep the social distance.
Oh, of course.
Well, baby, I have to. But yeah, it's not something we think of. It's like something natural, like celebrating.
Exactly. I know your
It's
point.
like I can't do it, but you did great. I saw your celebration.
Yeah, double elbow, double foot.
You can do something like that.
I couldn't find the word. Yeah. Ignazi, they are saying that if Barca scores a goal, we should celebrate together like this. Yeah, he's okay with that.
He's in agreement. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah.
Well, we'll come back to you, Georgina, later on, see if there's anything new happening at the Mallorca Stadium. Hopefully we get a few more goals in the second half that we can celebrate, and you can test that celebration with Ignazi.
I want the Suarez goal, and he's hungry. I can see it in his movements. Don't leave.
No. Messi through to Suarez. Suarez fighting for it. He's inside the box. Oh, the ball taken away from him at a crucial time.
Oh.
I think it's going to happen, Georgina, that we're going to get a live goal.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. You can leave me here if you want. I mean, I can not say anything, but I mean, I'm doing other stuff like Instagram and.
Yeah, no, I know.
That you will be able to see tomorrow. No, but I can stay here because I also want to have this reaction with you.
Okay. Well, we'll come back to you in a minute. I mean, keep the connection. We'll keep the connection alive, but we'll come back to you in a few minutes.
Sure. Okay.
And yes, we'll hear from you in a few minutes. Exactly. No. I had a moment of my mind went blank. Sorry. Anyway.
It could happen. Too many months at home, you know.
Yeah. No. Exactly. I mean, I need to get used to talking to people. I mean,
No, I mean, I know your point, and I think the same. I was really worried about being fluid, you know, to have a conversation.
Exactly.
What happened here?
In fact, what we've been doing with Georgina, with Sarah, with Bruno is what we've been doing the most during this quarantine, which is video chatting. But having actual conversations with people is something that we've only been allowed to do for a few days.
Just a few days, and I feel weird, actually. I think that's a yellow card.
Yes, awkward fall for Sergio Roberto there. The two players went up for the ball, tried to head it, and the Mallorca player got underneath Sergio Roberto. Awkward landing there, but he seems to be all right.
I was saying something different, and I just saw Sergio Roberto flying from the Mallorca players, so that's why I interrupt.
Anyway, 62nd minute of the game, still 2-0. Arturo Vidal and Braithwaite, the goal scorers.
Do you know that now, thanks to that goal, Arturo Vidal is our top 4 scorer in La Liga. We have Messi, Suarez, Griezmann, Arturo Vidal. Like, he's another forward.
Impressive.
Really
I mean, he scored 7. Braithwaite has scored 7, but 6 of those were for Leganés. And
one for Barça. That's good.
But, I mean, yeah.
Little by little.
Little by little.
He still have another 11 games in La Liga. And then the Champions League, where?
Okay, well, we've talked to Georgina, we've talked to Bruno. Time to talk to Sarah, I think. Sarah, what's going on?
Hello, guys. Well, I mean, we were so close to that Araujo's goal. You saw Setien, he stomped his feet to the ground. He wanted that goal, but I think the game's going well. Hopefully we can get one more goal. But there's a lot of things happening on social media. So I want to go over that real quick. So the first tweet that I also saw was viral goal in just over a minute, we move. And I just love how it's all in caps. It just shows so much emotion behind that person that tweeted it. It's just, I feel like we're all him. We're all so excited that Vidal scored. Opened the score sheet 1 minute into the game, and now it's 2-0. So absolutely amazing. The second tweet was, when we had the live chat, we would see where everyone was watching, and this is one saying he's watching from Kosovo. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but hello to you, Rosafa. I hope you are enjoying this game and enjoying Match Center. Another tweet was, no te puedo, it's in Spanish, it says, no te puedo explicar lo que extrañaba ver a Messi jugar, which means I can't even explain what it means to be able to see Messi play. I mean, it's been so long and we've seen Leo back in action. And I want to say something. In the first half, in the first 45 minutes, he dribbled 6 times. 6 times. That's incredible. I mean, some players don't even do that in an entire 90-minute match. And he did that in 45
Messi
minutes.
looks like he's in impressive form, and we'll need that definitely during these 11 games. And then potentially the Champions League in August, although we don't have any details on the schedule yet. But Messi looks sharp. Messi looks sharp.
A lot.
Yeah,
but Sarah, you say 6 times?
He tried to dribble 6 times.
Yeah. Wow.
Here is Suarez back to Messi. We'll keep the connection with you, Sarah, because we might be able to celebrate a goal here. Suarez puts it back inside the box. Messi fighting for it. And Ivan Rakitic picks it up. Loads of players inside the box now. Messi trying to shoot. It goes over the crossbar. Goal kick to Mallorca. Anyways, Sarah, it's great to hear from the fans. We'll come back to you more towards the end of the game, or if Barca score, see what your reaction has been. But thanks for keeping us updated on what's going on in social media.
Yes, of course. And keep sending them in using the hashtag Couleurs, or only for Couleurs, and we will talk to you guys.
That's right.
We'll talk to you later, Sarah.
And actually, that Sarah now mentioned the dribbles attempted. Actually, Messi is the one who has most, with 163.
Well, that doesn't surprise me in the least, May. That doesn't surprise me in the least. Barca are going to make another double substitution now. Well, not another double. They're going to make another substitution. This time it's going to be double.
Yes.
Artur and Semedo are the players who are ready to come into the game. We'll see who's taken off.
And actually, Robert, there's a really good stat that Tom is sending us now.
Tom is our editor, by the way.
Yes, he is at home, but he is doing his job as always. And he told me that Martin Braithwaite has become the 3rd Danish player to score for Barca after Laudrup and...
You took the easy one. Laudrup, who else have we had Danish?
Simonsen.
Oh, Alan Simonsen, of course, yeah, in the 80s.
Yes. So that's
well,
a really good
you took away the easy option.
Obviously, because Laudrup is the easy one.
Yeah.
I mean, from the legends, Laudrup, I think it's...
Yeah.
I'm going to do a quiz for you.
Sorry, Mallorca inside the box. Here is the cross.
Araujo.
Cleared away by Araujo. The ball is still alive. Alba chasing it. See if Alba can protect it. Only to give away a throw-in to Mallorca. Here comes the cross from Pozo into the hands of Marc-Andre ter Stegen. And now Barca trying to run away with the ball. Trying to catch Mallorca off guard, but at the moment, the Barca players are outnumbered. You were talking about a quiz or something?
Yes.
Okay, all right, go away.
I have one question for now.
Yeah? Oh, so it's a short quiz.
Yeah, just one question, and we're going to do a little bit more.
Okay.
The first one.
In little doses, okay. Yes.
Mention 5 players that have played for Mallorca and Barca, and not Eto'o. Eto'o is not an answer.
Okay, so Samuel Eto'o is not allowed.
Okay.
Wait a minute, let's go with this Messi drive first, and feeding Braithwaite. Suarez inside the box goes down. The ball goes out to Frenkie de Jong. Messi back inside the box, looking for space to shoot. The Mallorca defense clear it away. Okay, Maya, well, I'll answer your question, but I'm going to give myself some time to think, because we can talk to Bruno, who is going to give us some more information on this history between these two teams, Mallorca and Barça. Bruno.
Yes, guys, I'm going to bring you the last game that we have picked in this historic section that we've made today. And it's about Copa del Rey final, the Spanish Cup, that was played in Mestalla, in Valencia, in 1998. And there was a dramatic penalties at the end after a 1-1 draw in the 90 minutes plus the extra time. And well, here you can see Reisiger scoring the second penalty. There was a lot of tension in the stands, lots of penalties, but in the end, the key man was the goalkeeper, the Dutch Ruud Hesp, who stopped the last penalty. We'll see it in a few moments. You can see there the supporters from Mallorca, of course. It was an historic moment for them. As we said in the last connection, they haven't won any cup in their history, and this was probably the time that they've been, more close to win this title. And well, we'll see it. Even the goalkeeper here of Mallorca.
Yeah, Roa, Carlos Roa, an excellent goalkeeper.
Exactly. And well, you can see a really long, 8 penalties for each team, lots of saves, also missed penalties. Here you see Reisiger. There was 3 players from Dutch, Hesp, Bogarden and Reisiger, and of course Louis van Gaal, the manager, at this moment where Barcelona won the Spanish Cup. It was, of course, one of the plenty of cups that Barcelona have won, but it was special for these penalties that was a lot of tension, and well, in the end, Hesp was one of the main protagonists who saved some penalties in this final part of the game.
Yeah, no. It was an epic win with Ruud Hesp making some crucial saves and certifying the double that season. Barca won La Liga and the Copa del Rey. Luis Suarez keeping the ball alive here, but then a defensive defender by Mallorca slides in to force a throw-in. Bruno, thank you very much, and you're going to be busy in post-game because you're going to be at Quique Setien's press conference from a distance, of course.
Yes, let's see Exactly. Let's see the final part of the game and then prepare the question for the manager.
Okay, thank you very much, Bruno. Double substitution for Barca with Artur Melo replacing Sergio Busquets, and Semedo came in as well.
Yes, for Sergi Roberto.
For Sergi Roberto.
Exactly.
So let's take the fans through the new lineup that we have on the pitch right now. It's Marc-Andre ter Stegen with Nelson Semedo, Piqué, Araujo and Jordi Alba at the back. In midfield, we have Artur Melo, Frenkie de Jong and Ivan Rakitic. And up front, Messi, Braithwaite and Luis Suarez, who's back from injury.
Exactly. We already did the 4 substitutions. We have 1 left. And
But the question is, can we use that substitution? Because we don't know if doing a substitution at half-time counts as a cycle of substitutions. So you can make the 5 substitutions, but you can only do it in 3 cycles.
Okay.
But if we used it at half-time, I don't know if that counts as a cycle. I don't know if it's 3 interruptions of the game. Or I don't know, because Georgina will have to clear that up when we talk to her.
I need someone to really clear that up because it's not that easy to understand what they want to do with the substitutions.
If the substitution at halftime counts as 1 cycle of substitutions, then that's it. We can't make any more.
Exactly.
Okay, so Barca moving the ball around. Artur Melo linking up with Lionel Messi. Here is Rakitic. He's going to switch it over to Jordi Alba, who gives the thumbs up of approval. Well, he did.
Yeah.
He did. Here is Alba. He provided the cross for Barca's opener, scored by Arturo Vidal. Braithwaite putting pressure on the Mallorca defense.
We need to see them, this is the first game for Braithwaite next to Luis Suarez too.
That is true. That is true.
So we need to see how that goes and see. Actually, I don't know the position. Luis Suarez is playing in the center.
Yeah, I think Suarez is playing in the middle, and Braithwaite is playing on the left. A yellow card for Jordi Alba for a tackle there.
Second yellow card.
Second yellow card of the game for Barca. The first was for Vidal.
No yellow card for Mallorca?
No yellow card for Mallorca. There have been some fairly heavy challenges.
Yeah.
And it's an important yellow card, Jordi Alba. Yes, the graphic on the screen has just reminded us. Maya, why is that an important yellow card?
He's not able to play the next game against Leganés due to suspension now.
Due to suspension, 5th yellow card for Jordi Alba.
Exactly.
So he will be out for the next game on Tuesday against Leganés. So options for Setien, obviously Junior Firpo, or playing Semedo on the left, or Sergi Roberto on the left. We've seen that in the past as well. Well, we've seen that.
I think the really easy thing for them is to put Sergi Roberto as a right back, and Semedo, who already played in the left back, he can do that. So
yeah. Or Junior, of course. Or Junior.
And actually, Junior played against Mallorca in the first game. So maybe he's going to play it against Leganés at home on Tuesday. And about that, I want to ask you, Robert. Do you think that now that we're going to play behind, like, closed doors, no fans, no anything, that's a key point for Barca, seeing all the stats at home?
Oh, yes, I was thinking about that before the game.
Point or not?
So our form away from home has been, well, sketchy this season. It's been it's not been consistent.
Exactly.
Or not as consistent as in other seasons. But if you take away the factor of the fans, well, things get a bit more leveled up between the difference between home and away. So maybe that will help Barca in this final run of the season. I mean, yeah, I was thinking that earlier on. I definitely think it could be a factor. Plus, I think the most important thing out of this terrible situation with COVID, the positive thing for Barca will have been these months of rest or not being in competitive mode. Just the players being able to switch off a little bit.
Yes.
And just recharge their batteries.
A lot. And you can see them that they're completely new right
exactly.
now.
It's not that they've not been working out or anything, because we've seen them on their social media doing workouts
and if you see, like, the entire interview Georgina had with Setien and the entire staff, Pasqua and many of them, they were talking about that actually they were surprised of the commitment of the players during the lockdown. Wait.
Here's a chance for Mallorca. Take Kubo driving in from the left. His shot is blocked by Piqué and it goes out for a corner kick. Mallorca have had many
shots, right?
Well, no corner kicks, I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
9. A total of 9.
Yeah, and we just have 3. But yes, I was expecting them, like, obviously their commitment and they're professionals, but at the same time, during the lockdown, everyone can have this.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think it's happened to most of us. Oh, another shot which goes wide. Mallorca trying desperately to get back in the game. Another opportunity for them. I think it's happened to a great majority of us that at some point during this lockdown, this unusual situation, we've had ups and downs and moments in which you switch off and you're just not.
The moments that you want to be 100% fit and, you know, what happened?
We're having a hydration pause. Another
I don't like to see Messi cross the line.
No. We had a bit of a scary moment. Mai was a bit scared here because we saw Messi walk off with a water bottle, but you could only see him. Now we've seen the rest of the players walk to the bench.
If
and
Messi
it's that hydration pause. I'm being told that we can talk to Georgina. Yes, Georgina. Second hydration pause of the game.
Yes, here I am, and I'm going to take this pause to inform you that halftime substitutions don't count as a substitutions interruption. So Quique Setien would have, and we'll see if he finally does. He has 3 chances after the halftime substitution.
Okay, so we've used up 2. We've used up 2 because
that's an intelligent move, actually.
Yeah, no, definitely. Obviously, the 2-0 score at halftime must have helped in that sense. I mean, if things were 0-0, maybe it's harder to make a substitution. But yeah, no. Interesting to know, Georgina. It's a fact that we hadn't taken into consideration, and we've learned on the trot here.
On the way, yeah. Well, I'm assuming they knew, of course, but I think it's an interesting move. It's a clever move. It obviously depends on the result, but imagine that you're struggling and you want to keep the substitutions until the end of the game. Well, it can be definitely interesting to do one of them at halftime, since you have the chance to change 5 pieces of your starting 11.
Yes, it's almost 50%.
That's a lot. It's almost half. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's almost 50% of your team. So there's like a lot of change or improvement that you can apply there. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, Georgina, I'm just imagining, in the second half, we've seen Mallorca get close to Barca's box and create their opportunities. And I'm just imagining those moments. If they had the fans behind them, there'd be even more pressure for Barca. But it's kind of it's kind of weird at the moment.
No, it is. No, you know what's weird? The chants, like the historical chants that they have in the stadium. I personally prefer it when it's kind of silent, or at least it's slow, like at the moment. But sometimes they just push it, and for me it's a bit disturbing. I don't know, for the players, I'm assuming they are really focused on the game and they don't really notice this. But yeah, you were saying that it has a... Okay.
Wait a minute, here's a run inside, Jordi Alba could score. Here's Alba scores!
Goal.
Is it offside or does it count? No, it counts, it counts.
No, it counts.
The referee.
It counts. So,
Hey, whoa.
bang,
Bang,
bang, bang. 3-0 for Barca. I can't see you on screen, Georgina, but I imagine you're celebrating.
I was celebrating. I did the celebration with Ignacy.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I was like, yes.
Okay, so I think it's going to be checked by VAR, Georgina. So we're going to have that tense moment of silence in the stadium.
Tense moments of silence.
I didn't quite see in the replay if Alba was on or off, but VAR will definitely determine that.
It was a beautiful play by Jordi Alba. It was a... He dropped the ball and he was looking at the goal like he knew he was going to score at least.
I think he hinted with going for a cross first and then...
Yes. They are looking into the VAR.
Yeah, they're going to review it. They're going to review it.
And it is.
Yeah, they must.
They're reviewing it at the moment. Yeah.
So we're going to have that.
There's another minute.
We're going to have that tense moment of uncomfortable silence here until we get a replay. Okay, so we've got a replay on screen now, Georgina. Messi feeds the ball to Alba.
Okay.
I think he's on. I think he's on with the far defender. Yes.
Yeah. Seems like.
Okay, we'll see what the referee...
I think Sastre on the other end is enabling Jordi Alba.
It is a goal.
It is a goal.
It is a
It's
goal.
3-0.
You just got your prediction right at the moment.
Yes,
My
I did.
prediction was 0-2, so you're still up for the game.
Yes, no, I'm fairly comfortable.
I have to say that before real quick, before sports suspension, I was on a streak of, I think, 4 right predictions.
Oh, that's...
With the bonus that I said that Madrid was going to lose at Benito Villamarín, and they actually did.
That is true. I remember that.
Double. Yes. So, that was Mystic Georgina. Mystic Georgina has been harmed a bit during quarantine. Georgina the Witch.
Well, you need to get your magic back.
Yeah, my power's back.
Your power's back. Georgina, just two.
I will try and get it.
Just 2 extra, well, not questions or topics that I want to talk about. But first, Luis Suarez making a run inside the box. Here is Suarez inside. Oh, it goes over the crossbar.
It was offside.
It was offside anyway. So there was a chance for Suarez. Georgina, I got my prediction right, but if you'd have asked me goal scorers, no chance I predict Vidal, Braithwaite, and Jordi Alba.
What a weirdo.
No, definitely surprising trio. Maybe, Vidal. I love the way that he brings
energy. Yeah.
Well, the energy into the Barca attacking side. So I could be surprised because you always think of Messi or of Griezmann when you think of strikers, but a Vidal goal is something that I'm always up to. Yeah. And then I'm very happy for Martin Braithwaite getting his first goal with Barca. He had a lot of chances before this sports suspension in the short time that he's been at the club. He was doing great, and I'm very happy that he has his reward right now at the moment here.
Yes, of course. Mallorca on the move here. And the final question, Georgina, before we let you go until post-game. Can you see from where you're sitting who the 5th and final substitute is going to be for Barca? Because I can see that they're preparing a substitution.
No, because it's like right on the other side. Also,
okay.
There's the thing about me. I can't see clear night.
You can't see Lionel Messi making a run inside the box, though.
I would say... No, I think it's Junior, but I'm not sure.
Okay, well, we'll have confirmation in just a minute. Barca were making an attacking move.
Yeah. No, I think Qui scalfa? Qui entra?
She's asking.
It's Junior,
who's coming
right?
in.
It's Junior.
I think
Junior
it's Junior.
Firpo,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
just asking. Yeah, because I'm a bit, blind. It's only on the right eye.
Okay.
I struggle. No, it's true. It's true. I can see very well with my left eye, but with the right eye, it's comme ci comme ça, just as Maya said. I like that. I love that expression. And,
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
struggle a
Junior
bit at night.
Firpo is waiting for his opportunity in these final minutes of the game. Georgina, we'll talk to you as soon as we see the first highlight of the game. As soon as we hear from the first player interviewed by Mar Brau, then we'll go to you in post-game.
Sure. Great. Perfect.
Okay, we'll hear
See
you in just a few minutes because the game is nearly
It's
over.
about to end, yes.
A goal by Jordi Alba. Great assist by Messi. Second assist of the night for Lionel Messi, because I think the Braithwaite goal, it counts as a Messi assist when he brought it down on his head.
Obviously, for me, it was a Messi's assist. And now he's actually right there. Seems
Yeah.
like a bit tired, but he's doing an amazing job tonight.
Okay, well, the substitution for Barca is not the predictable one because Frankie de Jong was the player taken off for Junior Firpo.
That's weird.
That's weird. So we'll see how we reorganize the team.
Could be
Okay, wait a minute. So Junior Firpo goes to the
left back?
Left back, and Jordi Alba is. We're playing a 4-2-4, I think.
Exactly.
With Braithwaite and
Yeah.
Alba on the wings.
We just now have Artur and Rakitic in the middle.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, you can see that.
4-2-4. Interesting.
It's Junior, Araujo. It's the first time for many of them playing together, right? Araujo, Junior,
Yes.
Artur.
Yeah.
Many of them are back from injured or
Well,
they
Braithwaite
don't
as
have
well.
that minutes again. Yeah, exactly. Braithwaite, who is brand new for us. But actually, Robert, that you mentioned that Lionel Messi has been directly involved in 13 of the 16 goals in La Liga for Barca.
Was this previous to this game?
Yeah, I mean,
Previous,
in
so
the
now it
last-
would be 15 of 18.
Exactly.
Because we scored 3 and he's been involved in 2. So yeah.
Exactly. And now is from the last 16 games, he was involved in 13 by 6 goals and 7 assists.
7 assists, so add 2 assists to that.
Exactly.
He's 9
Which
assists.
means he had 12 and now he's 14. So in La Liga now he provides more assists than any other player.
Ooh, a tackle there by Dani Rodriguez on, who's that, Ivan Rakitic.
Seems
Yellow
like-
card there for Dani Rodriguez.
First one for Mallorca.
First one for Mallorca.
A little bit late. But that's fine. So we're trying a new system tonight.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's a bit, well, it's different what Setien is trying here. Playing 2 very wide players up front, Braithwaite on the right and Alba on the left. He's got Semedo and Junior behind them, and just 2 midfielders. Obviously, with Lionel Messi linking up with them, he's always an extra midfielder. And Suarez up front.
He's playing more in that position lately. Because if you see the heat map, like for Messi in the last 10 years, he has moved from the right wing to the middle and then to the center. He's now playing like free, right? That's why
Okay.
he's number 10.
Well, in these final minutes of the game, we have another connection with Sarah Salaport, and I'm sure there's plenty going on, Sarah, on social media with this 3-0 win for Barca.
Yes, there is plenty going on. One fan wants a Messi hat trick. I mean, who wouldn't want a Messi hat trick? We still have time. There's still 4 minutes plus extra time, so maybe we can get that. He says, can we have a Messi hat trick again? And he used all the hashtags. He used hashtag Couleurs and hashtag only for Couleurs. So shout out to you. Another tweet we received was waiting for the 3rd goal, but hey, you should be happy because we're already 3-0 up.
Exactly.
And he goes, by the way, I'm a fan from Bulgaria. So hello to you. Hello to Bulgaria. And I hope you are enjoying this game, this win, and of course, Match Center with Robert and Mai. And the 3rd one was, I like this one a lot. It says, after so long, I'm absolutely hyped to finally see Barcelona playing. Great to see King Arturo and Martin Braithwaite scoring. Love from Zimbabwe. So,
Ooh.
I mean, I love how everyone from around the world are tuning in. It's such a cool moment that, I mean, Barca's back to action and all the Couleurs are supporting. I mean, 3-0 at the stadium, first game back after absolutely no friendlies, no competitive matches. They just went straight into competitive mode. Hats off to all the players, and I'm very, very proud of this performance.
Yes, of course, of course. It's great to see fans tuning in from all around the world, and it's not an easy time for some parts of the world, especially in Asia or over in Australia as well. I mean, this 10 o'clock kickoff here in Barcelona is not an easy time for some places in the world.
Not at all.
It isn't. I mean, it's hard for me too, and I like to sleep early. And
it's just because you're a grandma.
But I'm not gonna lie, I have so much energy because I mean 3-0, and all, like you said, Robert, they're all scores that like we would never have thought would score, and I really like that because it just shows. I think a team is a good team when they're unpredictable, and you don't know who's actually going to be scoring, who's the person that's going to be scoring the goals, and I think that's great. I mean, Jordi Alba, Arturo Vidal, and Martin Braithwaite, unpredictable, and I hope it continues like that.
Yeah, exactly. We'd pointed out several times on Match Center that Barca were the team with the most scorers in La Liga. We had 16. Now we can add one more to that list with Martin Braithwaite, 17.
Exactly.
I know. And like Mai said, he's now the 3rd Danish player ever to score for Barca.
Yep.
So I'm very, very happy for him. I mean, all his work has paid off.
And she caught me not remembering who one of the Danish players was.
I saw that. It's tricky.
I win for the first
very
time.
Sneaky there. Very
Robert
sneaky
doesn't
there.
know one thing from Barca.
I did know. I just didn't remember.
Miracle.
Anyway, Sarah, we'll talk to you in post game.
Okay.
By the way.
Yes.
You never answered my question.
Oh, I did. Yes, exactly. You were asking about players who played for Mallorca and Barça, and I completely forgot. I haven't been thinking about this. So, okay. So Samuel Eto'o, you said doesn't count.
No.
How many in total are there? Do you know? Okay. I mean, I can come up with Miquel Soler, Miguel Angel Nadal, Luis Carreras, and I'm going to struggle after this. You said 5. I need to say 5?
There's one. Can I help you a little?
You can, of course, you can help me a little.
He was our coach.
One who was our coach. Oh,
and he played for both teams.
And he played for Mallorca and Barça. Oh, I'm completely lost here. Wait a minute, because Mallorca have the ball inside of Barca's box. Well, I said 3 out of 5. Okay, give me more names.
Ernesto Valverde.
Oh, of course, Ernesto Valverde, yes.
And Fernando Navarro.
Ah, Fernando Navarro.
Yes. But you have more games like this.
Yeah.
In Barca's website, you know. I was doing all the games during the quarantine, like, oh, I'm learning.
No, exactly. There were loads of fun games on the website, as Mallorca had a dangerous opportunity there, a header that went wide, and they've had several of these. I mean, Mallorca could have scored easily in this game.
Giovanni Dos Santos too.
Giovanni Dos Santos also played for Mallorca. That is true. So a header which went wide there. We're already in added time.
Yes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Yeah. Do you think that's fine?
I'm just hoping that things end this way, because that would mean that I get my prediction right.
You're a keen.
And it's a bit of like a boost of morale.
A lot, right? I mean, I feel bad because it's not because I don't trust Ter Stegen. I was expecting Mallorca to score a goal because they were at their stadium. But obviously that's better for us.
I mean, they've had the chances to do so. I mean, so many shots have gone just this much wide.
And actually, Ter Stegen saved like twice or 3 times, right?
Yeah, no. Ter Stegen, I don't think he's had to make any saves in the second half. I don't know if I'm wrong here, but
no, I think
especially in the first half, he had to make saves on shots by Take Kubo.
Yes.
3 times.
Yeah, who's on fire now?
I'm starting to.
And you know
who my man of the match vote will be.
Well, it's complicated.
It's a complicated one today.
It's a complicated one.
I mean, there's always the easy choice.
The one who's always there.
The one who's always there.
But who knows?
I like the attitude from the Mallorca players, because they're 3-0 down. There's 3 minutes remaining in the game, but they're still going for it. Now Barca take the ball away through Junior Firpo, who's making a run forward, and he's going to feed Suarez. And Suarez is eager to score, so Barca are going to look for another goal. The pass by Suarez into the middle was intercepted. Now Barca win it back again. Semedo making a run down the right-hand side. 3 minutes remaining in the game. Semedo drives it back to Gerard Piqué, and Piqué plays with Araujo, who's had an impressive performance, I'd say.
I'm really impressed about Araujo because...
Oh, here's Suarez with a lovely little move. Suarez driving towards the middle, on the edge of the box, inside to Lionel Messi. Messi finds space to shoot, and he scores! Lionel Messi makes it 4-0. Bang, 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 bang. 4-0. And Barca seal the win with a Lionel Messi goal, his 20th in the season.
Yes, the top scorer is now with 20 goals. The Pichichi, I told you, he can go for that Pichichi trophy for the 7th time. So I'm super happy to see Messi. He deserved this because he was doing amazing.
Yeah, I
game.
think that goal only came because I said I wanted that 3-0 result to get my prediction right. The drive by Suarez into the middle after a great move to get rid of one defender. He feeds the ball inside to Lionel Messi, and Messi did the opposite to what he usually does.
Oh.
We've seen him do this move several times when he's driving from right to left to get an option to shoot with his left foot. He did it this time from left to right, just looking for a time to shoot, and he scored with his right. The ball did take a deflection off of Raillo, but it ended in the back of the net anyway. So it's Mallorca 0, Barça 4, goals by Arturo Vidal, by Martin Braithwaite, Jordi Alba and Lionel Messi.
Actually, I prefer the clean sheet, but I say 4 goals, okay?
You said 4 goals. You said 4-1, didn't you? Well,
exactly.
I mean, there's 1 minute remaining.
No. I prefer to leave it like this.
Yeah, just leave it like this.
But I don't know why I knew the guys were hungry like this. 4 goals.
Oh, wait a minute. There could be a fifth. There could be a fifth because Messi's out and running. Barca with a chance here. Rakitic back in the middle to Messi. Suarez to his left. Here's Suarez inside the box. He can finish. Oh, Suarez denied by Reina. Braithwaite's going to pick it up, trying to turn. Back to Nelson Semedo. On the edge of the box is Messi. He feeds Alba again. Alba back to Messi. Messi with the cross, headed away by the defender. Oh, what a chance there for Suarez. It could have been Barca's 5th, and what a way to return it would have been.
Well, we scored the 5th. Who was this? Junior.
Yeah, there was a foul on Junior now. 15 seconds remaining, and I think the game is going to end here. What a chance there for Luis Suarez. The little flick by Messi, and Suarez tried to finish with the inside of his foot, going for the far post with the shot. That is how the game has ended. The referee has blown the final whistle. The final result in this one is Mallorca 0, Barca 4. The goals by Arturo Vidal, Martin Braithwaite, Jordi Alba and Lionel Messi. Time for a little breather and time to analyse. Okay, so yes, time to analyse Mallorca 0, Barca 4. The goals, as we said, scored by Vidal, Braithwaite, Alba and Messi. I want your thoughts on the game before we can see the highlights.
I must say I'm super glad about what I saw